This is what I get for not covering the news on Wednesday. I knew this would happen. I would take a day off and everything would melt down. This is what I get, guys. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to... Stop dating me. Bro, I didn't even get to come out on screen. Hi, everybody. Good morning. What's up? A lot to talk about this morning. Holy... Look, every time I don't want to take a day off because... You know, I know this shit's gonna happen, but like I don't have enough for a full show, and then I'm like, fuck, if I take any off, everything's gonna melt down. And that's exactly what happens, guys. That's exactly what happens. Nobody's off unless the VTuber world does the thing. Look, warfare. I had Wednesday off because everything was kind of okay, actually. So I was like, all right, good, perfect. Don't have to worry about this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, no. As soon as I took that day off, I knew, bro. I was like, it's all gonna fucking melt down. What's Ironmouse getting attacked on Twitter about now? AI-related stuff, which is actually really stupid because she literally is making a joke and people are trying to make like an actual thing out of it. It's like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We'll take a look at it a little bit later. But what's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. You made it, guys. It is Memorial Day weekend, so I hope you're having a great 3-day weekend for most of you. How's it going, guys? What's up? How was your day yesterday? Hope you guys really enjoyed the, hi, Clara, what's up? Hope you guys really enjoyed the video game music review. I had such a good time with that. Always love doing it. It's always so much fun. I know we're 10 days currently. We are currently 10 days away right now. From day 500, I guess. Okay, we don't need day 500. It's fine, guys. We can just skip day 500. Yeah, it's all good. We'll just roll the timer to 0. How about that? How did we still have 66 hours? I swear to God, guys. I swear to God. Just let it die, guys. Let it die, please. Wait, don't play. Well, I did see, you know, I guess, what's that?
La 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 lava, chicken, Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mama, see tonight you're ringing the bell.
You're just gonna blow me up.
Now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy. Yeah. It's a lava attack.
You didn't drink your milk. Why should I? I hate it.
You're going to be small and stunted forever if you keep using that stupid excuse!
Shut up! I don't have to drink it if I don't wanna!
Daring today, are we, chat? Daring today, huh? Everybody seems to have brought their points today, huh, chat? What would lava chicken nuggets be like? I don't know, ask Steve. Thank you! Yes! Yes! Saved by the redeem, yes! Yes, Valkyrie, we went from 42 minutes to 69 hours, and then you guys added some time yesterday, too. My sister, but she pulls stuff like 4 times a timer. Okay, in my defense, Dan, that was like a huge fucking, you know, subathon goal that's been there for months, that just you guys happen to get at a good time, like, crazy. By the way, chat, we have a bar... Don't even look at me, Kirby. Don't even look at my general direction, Kirby. I will let you guys know if we fill that bar at the bottom, the purple one, I will add 50 hours. By the time we hit day 500, guys, that's the goal. I don't want to look at the photograph. I don't like photographs. I don't like photographs. I don't want to see the photograph of a photograph. In fact, I don't want to see a photo of 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 a photograph. I don't want to see a graph of a photo. And I certainly don't want to see photos of graphs either as well. I don't want to see a photo of a photograph or a graph of a photo. Or anything related to photos or graphs for that matter. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye, guys. I'm fucking out of here. Why do I wake up every day and spend it all with you guys? All with you guys every single day. I wake up just to get fucking photographed for a living. This is my life. I stream every single day. But it's something, and I wake up just to get photographed, and that pays my bills. That's kind of fucking, you know, it's kind of okay, actually, now that I think about it.
Back to that photograph. It reminds
I'm fucking leaving. I'm T-posing on all of you for dominancy. Get T-posed on chat. What the fuck? Hey, what's up, Lumu? How are you, kitty? Hope you're doing well. By the way, last night, I forgot to share the picture, but I did go to Texas Roadhouse. Thank you for the gift card the other day, guys. I appreciate it. It was so good. I had a yummy steak. It was so good. I love Texas Roadhouse. So thank you guys so much for the gift card. I appreciate y'all. What's up, Pharaoh? How are you? I hope you're doing well today. I'm doing pretty good, you. I think later today, he and I are gonna go on a little trip, just to go shop a little bit. But I have some work to do. She has some work to do. So we'll see if we have time, but we're gonna try. We're trying to do that.
Back to that photograph. It reminds me of the photograph. Before the photo of that photograph.
So you're telling me I can talk about Texas Roadhouse, and then you just interrupted me. Cover me up with a fucking photograph. How many stacks of bread did you get from Texas Roadhouse? Only one, Kirill. Okay, so I gotta tell you guys something. So, summer's coming up. Trying to make sure I'm looking good. So, I'm cutting just a little bit. It's lead up until summer, right? No big deal, right? But because of that, I could not eat Indus rolls at Texas Roadhouse. So it was very sad. It was very, very sad. I know I might get like 3 baskets full, but I couldn't do it, guys. It would have taken all my calories. All of my calories in a day, dude. It was so sad. What?
I'm sorry, but my sensors indicate that you are indeed a weenie.
Are you guys just mad because everybody thinks I'm a guy and I have a weenie now? Is that your problem? Are y'all just upset that my weenie is better than your weenie? I think y'all are jealous. Ween Laura, what the fuck? We're not making that a thing, by the way. Like and subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you so much to my YouTube viewers for tuning in today. Make sure you like and subscribe to all of my news content. I'd appreciate that. Heavier the hips and wear the strap. What the fuck? You sit in the right crowd of people. You might go home with somebody. And let's just. Oh God, what the fucking fuck? Yeah, Dan, that was really funny actually. Like, when the whole thing came out, as well, with the Mia stuff, and then that thing on top of that, it was really funny because that did happen to me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then they're just like, oh wait, yeah, pictures. Fuck, that is fattest card according to her. Absolutely, it's all true. All true, guys. Speaking of fattest deck, I've not played Lorcana in forever. Yes, the Elara Boo Boo is coming as well. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Oh, that's you, Siriu. Yeah, remember, I'm a guy. Yeah, come on, guys. Yeah, I don't know, Dan. It's just people want to make other people miserable all the time, so they try to invalidate other people to somehow bring some type of, I don't know, improvement to their own life. I don't know, Dan. Twitter's a miserable place. That's all I have to say. And you're definitely going to see that today for our news coverage as we dive into what's going on with Ironmouse. We're also going to talk about a particular, hey, what's up? How's it going, Pink? We're also going to be talking about what's going on here recently with V and U chat. I'm literally going bald over V and U because V and U might be up to their old scheming ways again. So we're going to take a look at that. Take a look at all the news. Pretty wild stuff. I know there were some things I talked about with Toledo on Thursday that I didn't get to talk about, on Wednesdays. So we will go over all that again. I will dive into it in a big way. What do you mean, guys? It's not that bright. It's not that bad. Actually, Dan, people get so pissed off at Ironmouse for no fucking reason, right? She literally is just like, hey, yo, what's up? I'm Ironmouse. And people are like, blah, 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 that's actually exactly how it goes. Word for fucking word, by the way. You cannot be Ironmouse or Vtuber without people just losing their mind. Oh yeah, it's always unnecessary, but I don't know I don't understand why people continue to do it, right? keep going after her when, like, you know, number one, it's not working. Number two, you keep going after her, she keeps winning. And number three, every time somebody does go after her, they're not only found out and, like, you know, people push back against the person going after her, rightfully so. So it's like, how many times are you gonna go after Mousy for no fucking reason? And when are you gonna learn your lesson, old man? Like, going after Mousy just does not work out. And it shouldn't anyway, because it's all, you know, baseless anyway. Ironmouse could legitimately say the nicest thing in Twitter would tell her how she's a villain. Yep. I mean, that's actually just what happened with this one. He just made a funny quote retweet, like a complete joke, which is very clearly a joke. And people just, you know, decided to try to, you know, weaponize that against her. So we will talk about all of it. But my goodness gracious, guys. You know, Twitter is always successful, but I was talking about this with Toledo on Thursday, but oh my God, guys, it is way worse than it used to be. I don't know what the fuck happened, but somebody is losing their minds out there. That's all I gotta say. Twitter has absolutely gotten way worse. For you guys as well, you know, non-content creators, do you feel like Twitter has gotten worse over time? Yeah, literally, people on Twitter are mad. What else is new? The sky is blue? Exactly. Well, Twitter people think it's red. Yeah, and you don't want to fight them on it either, because they'll, you know, call you slurs, attempt to dox you. Twitter, absolutely, Twitter's dog water, yeah. I just don't know what happened. Like, it used to not be so bad. I really wish I understood what shifted. But it's only been like the past like year and a half or so. It's absolutely gotten worse as it leaned into using conflicts as engagement, right? And then like people get paid to rage bait. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Also, hold on, guys. Sorry, phlegm moment. Well, my allergies are not hitting me. I've been pretty phlegm free, so I've been pretty happy about that. Elon body. Do you really think that was it? Like, I don't know. I think it's a cultural shift. I think it's like the cultural shift in like rage baiting and inflammatory type content. I don't know. I really feel like that's kind of more where it's coming from. I think Twitter really feeds off of drama and hate. Literally triggers the algorithm to let people see it. Yep. I wonder if we need some timeout from the internet. I think what shifted with Twitter was incentivizing engagement, regardless if it's positive or negative. Share with the check mark, right? So now even the most horrendous stuff can be monetized. I think it's very fair as well. I think it's at least where Elon had his involvement. The check mark did cause a lot of problems. I do think that it is a bigger, more cultural type of issue, right? And we see it a lot. I mean, we talked about, for instance, like Chud the Builder, right? We talked about Chud the Builder on Friday. Very racist guy using this type of very inflammatory stuff, walking around, you know, live streaming it, calling people slurs, things like that, just to get a rise out of them and film it, you know, scream freedom of speech. So that was definitely, it's not just only on Twitter, right? It's become more of like this cultural, I don't want to say phenomena, but it's become more of like something you see more and more of, and that's very disappointing, right? Well, yeah, I mean, now he's facing 20 years for, no, I thought it was more than that, actually, Siri. I heard this one YouTuber call her a B just because Connor didn't like Lolly. Scott Forbid has a different opinion, yeah. I mean, like, dude, I don't really care about it most of the time. Like, give me a different opinion, that's totally fine, right? I have no issues with that. But when it comes to, like, more, like, moral stuff, you know,
Twitter
yeah,
has become
there's
so
something to
nuclear.
talk about.
It even makes Rodia sick.
Like, for instance, like Lolly stuff. If you don't like it, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, right? That's totally okay. So that's totally fine. Like, nobody has to force you to like that kind of stuff, right? In fact, yeah, you shouldn't be forced to like something that you don't like, you're not comfortable with. But when we get to other stuff like racism, transphobia, things like that, it's like, okay, yeah, no, we're gonna talk about that. Like that's a bigger deal. But no, we'll get there when we get there. Hopefully we don't have to talk about any more of that stuff, but I don't know, in the current space of where things are, seems like we've been talking about that a lot more than we've not been talking about it. So Twitter's so weird, it makes Mars look like indoor. What the fuck is indoor? Mars look like indoor. What is indoor like a something I should know about it. First feature Twitter made using Grok. Oh my god, I remember covering that. That was awful. Home of the Ewoks. Oh, okay, Star Wars, got you. Endor is, of course, a little bear in Star Wars. Oh, I love the Ewoks. They're so cute. I didn't know that was their planet, though. Oh, but speaking of Star Wars, have any of you seen the new Mandalorian movie? Was it actually any good? I'm kind of on the fence about seeing it. I did love Mandalorian when it came out. Mandalorian was fantastic when it came out, but I don't know about a whole movie experience. I'm assuming to get paid again. It was. I feel like it's just probably like an action movie, you know? I don't think, it didn't really look to me like it was going to be some kind of like big lore, story building type thing. I just felt like it was going to be like, oh, action, and that's it. And I'd be okay with that. Ewoks are so cute over the Empire fucked up their ecosystem. Wait, what happened to the Ewoks? Don't tell me. Don't tell me something happened to the Ewoks. They're so cute. I bet you in like extended Star Wars universe, so like, yeah, all the Ewoks became radioactive monsters or some fucking bullshit. This year sounds like a bad year for movies. It is. The Ewoks became murdered teddy bears. Oh wait, that's badass. Okay, I like that. No, never mind. That's badass as fuck. Yes, I agree. The first seasons of Mando were good. Now they're milking it like they use that blue milk. Oh, that sucks. Alright, what do we need to get you to do to eat peanut butter and wet? I've seen that shit, Flork. I've seen that shit. Your weird, wet peanut butter sandwich? I would never in a million years eat your disgusting fucking sandwich. I did that. Ew, wet sandwich in the middle? I would never eat that. Okay, you've convinced me. 100 subs. Fine, I guess... You really pulled my arm on that one. Fine, 100 subs, guys. Okay. You know, I really don't want to do it, but, you know, you got me. Fuck, why do you want me to eat that disgusting fucking sandwich? You know, I have that on my news today, by the way. So, no wet PB&J. You think I will? I don't think you will. No wet PB&J, bro. I'm just saying wet PB&J sounds fucking disgusting, by the way. Like... You know what's funny? You think I won't eat it. That's the other part of it. You know, you think I won't. It's like, well, you know, I don't think you will, but don't think that I won't actually eat it. Because I do need to try the Birkin as well. I'm going to switch to this year, promise. Nice. Oh, we were playing Smash Bros. Last night. That was fun. Wet sandwich nasty. By the way, I'm sorry if any audio is kind of weird today. I was checking out the split audio. Want to make sure it works. But does everything sound good on y'all's guys' end? Everything good now? Like I said, I'm really sorry at the beginning of stream. We did a little test. There was no way to test it without doing it on stream. Past 5 years have been mostly horrible for movies. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like, so many movies lately have just not been that great. Even like, Marvel stuff is kind of, yeah, not been great. Look invented a sandwich called peanut butter and wet. So it's like a PB&J sandwich, but it's got a piece of wet bread in the middle. Look, what we're going to talk about in today's news, so I'll show it to you guys and then you can decide about 100 subs. Look, I'm not eating that shit for free. There's no fucking way. That's disgusting, dude. Wet bread, soggy bread is gross as fuck, dude. Eat some peanut butter and wet with the side of Birkin. I do want to try the Birkin, though. I'd be willing to put them both together in a special SVA dining experience, guys. Writing in Hollywood has been awful for at least the past 10 years. That's not true. I mean, we've had great movies in the past 10 years. Yeah, think about, like, we've had good Marvel movies in the past 10 years. Yeah, I don't know about all that, dude. That's a strong statement. The inside of a freshly baked bun. I mean, I got some freshly baked buns. I mean, I bought bread this morning, guys. What were you thinking? I haven't really watched a lot of movies lately. I've been watching, I finished The Boys. The Boys was really, the ending was okay. I would say it was like, it was serviceable. It wasn't like the best ending ever. I feel like it was just kind of like, yeah, it was fine. It did the job, right? I'm not like bad about it, but I'm also not like super excited. What else? I've been finishing up, in V. I gotta finish that. And then I finished Invincible. Invincible was good. But yeah, I don't know what's up next for me. Probably Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, I've not watched Jujutsu Kaisen, chat. Don't at me. Do you see the Crunchyroll Anime Awards? But everybody looks so miserable. I did not see it, Rain. Yeah, I never watched it. Yeah, I have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen, guys. I've seen, like, the first 5 episodes, and I think that was it. Yeah, I've heard it's fantastic, though. Everybody says it's great. I'm going to try to watch a lot of it before the next death battle. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Did you watch Rooster Fighter before? I did not, but I've seen clips. It looks so funny. Apothecary Diaries is so fucking goated. Absolutely deserved any awards that it won. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. I did my meet and greet yesterday, Mr. Big Stuff. Yeah.
Has freshly baked buns. You got the milk factory.
All right, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, I did my meet and greet yesterday. I tweeted out and put it in the Discord server multiple times. Imagine paying attention. Okay, gotta go. All right, see you later, Mr. Chew. Have a good rest of your day, sweetheart. I bought the books because of the show and I'm reading those. Nice. Yeah, Apothecary Diaries is gorgeous. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Anything that it earned is absolutely deserved.
Beware,
100%.
Elara. The Backrooms movie is coming this Friday.
I saw that.
Don't
yeah,
know
that looks
out
good.
Of reality.
I mean, I've never played the
you'll
game, but
never
I saw
the
that.
Backrooms.
Mr. Big Stuff, you have no excuse. I literally put it in Discord announcements. And I know you're active in there because I see you type. I was going to say, wait a second, you just did it. Are you ignoring my announcements in Discord? Mods, take the shot. Mods, take the shot. This guy's ignoring me. This guy's ignoring me. I spend all my time putting announcements in the Discord, and he just fucking ignores them. Imagine not reading every word that I write with bated breath, chat. Imagine not getting on your knees every time that I put an announcement in Discord and praying and thanking the Lord that I took the time to actually make an announcement on Discord. What is wrong with you guys? Wow, I can't believe this. That is so sad. Can we get 100 gifted subs, guys? I mean, totally unrelated to the wet PB&J sandwich. What is wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with you, dude? I used to pray for times like this. Yes, finally, we have well-endowed elf Vtubers. That's all we wanted in our lives, guys. All right, without further ado, you know what to type. Let's go get it, guys. I'm so sorry. Serena, wait, this title tricks me. Oh, I got a lot to talk about, let me tell you. You know what to type. And let's get right over to it, guys. Yeah, quite a lot to discuss today.
It's time for a death
Oh God,
battle!
no, it is not time for a death battle. Thank God. I'm very glad it's not time for a death battle because I might cry if it was time for a death battle. By the way, guys, I do if you're looking for any consultation stuff, I do have some slots open up for June and July. So if you're a fellow VTuber, kind of looking up your game or anything like that, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. I do have some slots open, so thought I'd throw that out there. All right, so first up, chat. We do have to talk about quite a lot because I did not cover news on Wednesday because it was a bit slow within the VTuber world, but don't worry, we're going to catch up on all of it. So if something seems kind of old, that's because I didn't cover anything Wednesdays. So first up, guys, Ibiko actually getting banned. Huge womp womp. That is right, Ibiko actually got banned. On Twitch, it says, Twitch is community safe for everybody. But now we require all users to ensure that everything's shared on their account. That's why Twitch terms of service and community guidelines. Based on the review of your activity or content, we've issued a temporary suspension on your account. So it says we require all users to ensure anything shared on their accounts abide by Twitch's terms of service and community guidelines. I don't know what this has to do with links. Kind of sounds like that. So anyway, it might have had to do in regards to this particular website, but luckily she is back, guys. The unbanned was very quick. I think it was only for about maybe 24 hours. So Ibiko's good, guys. Don't worry. But it sounds like to me this was something related to maybe like a link that was shared or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with Twitch sometimes, but don't worry, guys. He is back. In other news as well, guys, Dragon Spit is still having issues with her YouTube. Funny, Dragon Spit actually came by my meet and greet yesterday, so I got to talk to her. But it was very, very sad. Unfortunately, we were talking about the issues that she's having going on with YouTube, and it hasn't gotten any better, guys. So let's go take a listen into what is going on here with Dragon Spit. Hey, Team YouTube, I was wanting to handle everything in DMs, but now all of my messages are being ignored. So I had to do this again. I submitted information I needed via email. I was told not all the info was there twice. That's ridiculous. What the fuck? She's been having this contact with them back and forth, and like, oh yeah, but by the way, you know, the information we needed, it's not all there, but yeah, you also submitted it twice. So what the fuck are we talking about?
I submitted more information and got no response
I hate YouTube,
back.
bro. It's so bad
I DM'd
recently.
you and you gave me a link to visit to enter my contact info. The link asked what channel am I referring to, and since my channel is terminated, I had to press skip. I did confirm my email though and completed the process. You told me someone would reach out to me by email. I submitted this information on Friday, May 15th, and haven't heard back from anyone.
Nick. It's god awful.
I asked you in DMs how long it would take to hear back from someone and I have been ignored. If someone could just tell me where I am at in this process of getting my channel back or what I need to do next would be great. I already have enough going wrong in my life right now to deal with any more new problems.
Yep. And it's been something that's been going on for quite a while around us. But Team YouTube did actually get in conversation with her, which was good. I did speak to her yesterday, and basically the only update she has is right now it's at the appeals team. The appeals team has it. All she has to do right now is just wait. He's waiting for them to accept it. She doesn't know if they're going to accept it, so it's just a big waiting game right now. But that really is awful because, you know, she's a larger creator over on YouTube, right? So she's losing out on that revenue. She's losing out on that support. And I feel really god-awful for her. So, guys, if you could do me a favor, just, you know, send
it's
some love
literally
towards
like
Spitty.
that SpongeBob
She
wallet
definitely
meme,
needs
but
it
with
right now.
YouTube and any other content creators trying to appeal with them.
Like,
Instead
actually,
of it
Kuro,
being
like,
funny,
actually.
it's more irritating how incompetent they are.
So, guys, please go give Spitty lots of love. She definitely could use it right now with everything that she's dealing with. So, please, as a personal favor, I would really, really appreciate it, guys. In other news, let's go check into Marmy, who says, hello, Team YouTube. My channel was wrongfully terminated today, May 19th. Stated my most recent video contained explicit content 11 seconds into the video. My video is a sleep aid ASMR. Wow, what a surprise, going after ASMR artists. Apparently we terminated a whole ass page for this. This was their, fourth strike. I stated the video, description, etc. I would like my channel reinstated. So there was a bit of an update to this, chat. It looks like YouTube did actually, answer back here and say, hey, we reviewed your appeal. We reviewed your channel carefully and confirmed that it violates our community guidelines. And it's probably disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure YouTube is a safe place for all. So, again, they did double down on this. It looks like they did not get their channel back, chat. And this was their fourth strike as well. So that's it, guys. Of course, this is in regards to ASMR stuff. So, Marmy, I don't know if you're listening to this or you will, hear this, but I highly, highly encourage you to lawyer up. That is the best thing you can do, especially against YouTube right now. Just because YouTube does not give a fuck. Their AI system runs everything. They don't actually have humans look at 99.9% of this. Lawyer up. That's the best thing you can do. Oh yeah, they hate ASMR, and it's so stupid. It's not even like sexual or anything. It's like a sleep aid, and it's like, well, yeah, no, that's sexual. I'm gonna do this as well, guys. Natsumi Moe actually did get hacked as well on their channel. Actually, I think we should go check and see if it got restored. When I pulled this, it was not at the time. Hopefully it did. Okay, that's cool too. That's cool too. Yeah, let's see if they got it back. Oh wow, it looks like it's taken down right now. Yeah, it looks like it's taken down right now. We only have the VOD archive in Raven Manor. Oh wow. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on this, guys. So it looks like it is down right now. Might be because it got hacked. sometimes with YouTube, they'll take the channel down and restore it later. So what's up, Joe? How are you? Hopefully, hoping the best for them. I know, I love that song. I like the extended version. I just leave it on for like 15 minutes at a time because it pops. So wishing the absolute best here for Natsumi. That sucks, dude. Absolutely horrible. Of course, also, guys, checking in here with Ironmouse. Ironmouse has been hit as well. That is right. So she made a tweet here. I had like 3 nightmares last night, a nightmare and a nightmare. What does that mean? And for some reason, Twitter said, we put a warning message on these posts because they might have sensitive content, like nudity, sexual content, violence, gore, or hateful symbols. What? What? What about this is sensitive content? Please, Twitter. Please, Twitter. What the fuck are you talking about? I hate Twitter so much sometimes. I hate all AI automated systems. Now, I don't know if this was like a mass report, maybe, but I know Mousy has never had to deal with one before, or at least publicly talked about it. So this is just ridiculous. So again, chat, all social media seem to be on a meltdown right now. So wishing Mousy the best on getting that one resolved. In other news, guys, unfortunately, Bunny, aka Gothy Buns, is having to deal with a pretty bad issue here. Twitch actually ended up taking down the entirety of their channel. Says, hey, Gothy Buns, a member of our team has reviewed your appeal. Their channel was stricken, and determined that your account was suspended or blocked due to a mistake on our part. We now reversed the suspension on your account. Well, that seems like good news, right, guys? They wrongfully suspend your account, they reverse it. But what most people don't realize is what Bunny puts out here, right? I'm so glad all my stuff is gone. All my integrations are disconnected. My emotes are gone. My bots are gone. All of that stuff, guys, it's straight up deleted. I've streamed with you since 2017, and never had a thing to show for it. Very close to partner. Well, guys, all of their stuff is just gone. Their bots, emotes, integration, all that other stuff. Of course, they also were talking about, you know, again, they do follow up with this as well. You know, where's my emotes, my subs to my favorite creators? You know, it's very close to being a partner. You know, I did change my password, all kinds of other stuff. So this is the really shitty part about wrongful bans, right? So yes, you know, we understand websites make mistakes, right? Even Twitch makes mistakes. Not a surprise. Actually, Twitch makes lots of mistakes. But with this in particular, a lot of people don't talk about this part where you have to literally start over. You have to relist all your emotes, you know, release all your bots, your clips, everything. And it just sucks. And it's not like Twitch is going to do anything about this. They're going to be like, oh, well, too bad. Okay, anyway, bye. It's our website, and you stream on it, so get the fuck over it. Really, really fucking sad. So I'm wishing the best for your Bunny. Go show them some support, guys. Really fucked up stuff here. I mean, all I showed you today about social media fuck-ups was every website. We talk about YouTube and Twitter and Twitch, guys. Just these automated systems are really messing up a lot of things for creators right now. And it's sad. Really, really sad. Another news, guys. On Thursday, we actually did have Toledo on our stream. Good news, guys. Toledo is actually going to be back this month with YouTube content. So, in case you missed that stream, just TLDR, Toledo is back. He was finishing graduating from college. He just was like, look, I'm going to lock in on my work that I'm doing, finish school, and then come back to making YouTube content. Yep, exactly, Farrah. And that's the whole reason they're going to keep doing it. Of course, in other news, guys, Aki is actually going to be rebranding. You guys might know Aki Faith. She did go on to say, you know, I've been using this design for about 8 years. I made model in V-Roid Studio in 2018 when the program was solely in Japanese and not many tutorials existed. I studied to learn what I could to put together a character I like. I've been through 7 model iterations, 2D, 3D, God of Swarm, a Witchy version, 2 lore videos, achieving Twitch partner, and so much more. I know it's a big change, but for the past 2 years, he hasn't felt like me anymore. So, very understandable, right? You want to move on to something that's a little bit more in line with you, and I definitely respect that. So, wishing you the best, Aki, on your rebrand. That's awesome. Of course, also, guys, a little bit of a health scare here coming here from Demi. Timmy says, I had to be rushed to the ER because I had temporary vision loss in the middle of the night. They admitted me to the hospital as well because they want to observe me more just in case. So no stream today. Of course, she says it was stress and lack of sleep that caused my vision loss. I didn't even know that could happen. Bro, I didn't even know that could happen. I get migraines every once in a while. And I do get the little blurry vision thing from that. But, I mean, I didn't know lack of sleep could do that to you. So, I'm glad Timmy's okay. Of course, wish her the best, guys. And make sure you get some sleep and, take care of your mental health. Yeah, I mean, you might have temporary vision loss. That's fucking nuts. In other news, guys, we have an announcement here from Cersei Soulstorm. She's actually coming here from Chroma Shift as well. Cersei is going to be going on a temporary pause on her donathon to allow her time to recover and fulfill other duties. So we want to make sure Cersei remains in tip-top shape to keep creating content for all of you. So Cersei did go on to say, hey, first, sorry if I made you worry. I'm okay. I've been taking time to rest and recoup away from streaming. So thank you for your patience in waiting for updates from me and the management team. Thank you for all the support during my birthday donathon. And of course, they made a joint decision to temporarily put the donathon on hold in order to prioritize my health and well-being. So I'm glad that you're doing that as well. They have set a commencement date for July 1st, which gives me a little time to prepare more exciting things for us to do together. So again, I wish Cersei all the best on their health, and hopefully we will see them very, very soon, guys. Of course, in other news, guys, we're going to go check in here with Viespo Ian, checking in about Arya Kuroha. It says, due to ongoing health concerns, Arya will be temporarily stepping back from streaming activities. We'll provide a separate announcement regarding a return at a later date. So that's all we got, guys. Not much information, but it is, something health related. So if you do watch Arya, give them lots of love, guys. One more hiatus I want to mention to you all is Miyu as well. Miyu says, after thinking about it a lot, I've come to a decision that I want to take an indefinite hiatus to go back into treatment to focus on my health. I've had a great 4, almost 5 years. I'm being a sloth VTuber, and I hope that if everything works out, I can come back someday. Thank you for everything to those who have supported me these past years. Hey, Chunky, what's up? How's it going? Hi, Tia, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome. You guys helped me through some of the most difficult times of my life, and I'll always be grateful for that. So I don't know if I'll return or not. It will likely be a really long time, but I hope if I do, we can have fun together again. So, guys, I've had Miyu on my channel a couple of times. We did an interview with her a long time ago. She's an absolute sweetheart, but it seems like she wants to focus on her health. I know that she's fought lots of stuff over time for a while now, so I'm glad that she's prioritizing herself. And again, guys, if you go give Miyu some love, I would personally appreciate that. So graduations, guys. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Kima from Virtual Real. I'm Kima, training to become the king of the demon world. He loves observing, learning from, and imitating all sorts of things in the human realm. I'm sorry it took so long to share this update here on X. I've been thinking about it a lot. I decided to graduate from Virtual Real on May 24th, so that's actually later today, guys. Let's quietly capture the last frame of our story together. We see this farewell as one stop along the journey. So, again, wishing Kima all the best in your future endeavors, guys. Yeah, let me get a 07. Of course, also, guys, this is Mila Lilu. Mila Lilu has been a streamer for a very long time, a partnered streamer. Sadly, guys, in their Discord, they did announce they are leaving. After a lot of thought, I've decided I'll be graduating from streaming. This is not an easy thing to write. For the past 5 years, streaming has been such a huge part of my life. I reached goals I once thought were impossible, met people who changed me, and received more love, support, and kindness than I ever expected. I will always be grateful for that. And I also need to be honest. For a long time now, I've not felt like myself. Streaming used to bring me joy, but somewhere along the way, it started to feel less like something I love and more like something I had to keep doing. So, their Twitter account is private, guys. And I hope that, again, you will go support them in all of their future endeavors, wherever they decide to go, guys. So let's take a moment here. I'm going to take a sip of my monster. And then let's talk about some debuts that you might have missed. And Jesus Christ, there were so many of them. Oh my God, so many debuts. Of course, guys, first up we have Vienna. Vienna's brand new outfit. Looking amazing. My Oshi, bro. My Oshi. Love Vienna so much. So congratulations to her on that brand new model. Looks so good. She says, here's my application to be your Oshi. Do you mind playing League, though? Oh, God. Oh, God, not League. Anything but League. You were so close. You could have been my Oshi, but you were a League player. That's so sad. Womp womp. Of course, also, guys, if you missed it, Nana Shinku actually debuted 5 brand new members, guys. Go take a look at this. Y'all look cute. At least it's not Valorant. I'm gonna be honest. I would say League of Legends is worse than Valorant. Let's be so real. League is toxic, bro. I like her hair buns. Those are cute. And VTuber designs are getting so good these days. Like, everybody is cooking. Like, is that your little sloth friend? That's cute. Of course, chat, they did have their debut yesterday. Highly encourage you to go check it out. There are the new 5 members. Very cool. Of course, also, guys, we gotta talk about SVA for a second. But first up, let's take a look here at Zin's brand new model. Of course, Araguma was the one that ended up redesigning and illustrating Zin's brand new model. Again, looks fantastic. Love it so much. Congratulations to Zin. But the big announcement here also was that Zentrea's actually joined SVA. What an amazing pickup for SVA. We talked about this Thursday, but also I think it's a fantastic fit. SVA is a fantastic agency. I think that they're going to go on to do amazing things together. This is really, really awesome to see. So congratulations, of course, to Zentrea and SVA on this. I know they're going to do wonderful, wonderful things together. Of course, Floyd goes on to talk about taking care of Zentrea, right? And what this, of course, means to all of the geckos. So let's take a look at what Floyd had to say to all the geckos.
This is more so a post as CEO of SVA, so I want to put it here on this page. I definitely want to assure you Zen will be taken care of. We began talks just about 6 months ago, shy a few days, and it was a long process of all teams working together. All parts of the process, from Zen getting to know talents to staff to all the legal involved in the process, were done to the most extent and care. Zen's team is fantastic and nothing was overlooked. We hope you enjoy SVA's talents as well and all the things we will be doing together. We hope to see you around.
Of course, we have the geckos here. You guys can't stay in the office. There's no room for you. They're not allowed to move out. Cute. So, congratulations again to all of SVA, and of course, everything going on with Zentrea as well. And I know geckos, as a personal note, I know Flork will take care of Zin very well. So, you are in good hands. However, what we have to talk about is this fucking atrocious ass fucking thing that came out of Sock's agency. Now that Zentrea is here, we can finally make her eat the world famous best sandwich to ever exist. The peanut butter and wet sandwich. Peanut butter, smoked water bread, jelly. What the fuck is this? Flork, what is wrong with you? Absolutely not, bro. Yucky. Yucky. Oh my god. So that's what we were talking about earlier, guys. 100 gifted subs, and I will eat the peanut butter and wet sandwich on stream. With hand cam. Well, I'll even throw in the Brickin too. We'll do a SVA dining experience. Yeah, so 100 gifted, guys. There you go. There's the challenge. What the fuck is this, dude? Disgusting. You're fired. You're also fired, chat. Absolutely disgusting. What the hell, dude? What the fuck is this? However, as funny as this is, Jeff.
Rhea in her microwave salad fits perfectly with Sklando's
Yeah,
Gricken
exactly.
and Flork's PB&J and wet sandwich.
Exactly. It's like now it's a full meal. Of course, guys, we also had some interesting teasers going on with members of Hairs. We did have Neko Mickey saying something is wrong with my model. I'm hoping to fix it by Friday. Also, Mochi's side had a bit of an issue going on as well, saying, I don't know what's happening to my model. What could possibly go wrong? Of course, Atari themselves, the Atari, actually ended up saying, we are investigating reports of black profile pictures across the timeline. Well, most of us are wondering what the fuck is going on. Well, it looks like Hairs actually did end up debuting special Bubsy-inspired models for most of their talents. That is right, guys. So they had a collaboration with Bubsy 4D. And they also had Bubsy-inspired models. Take a look. This shit is funny. What the fuck are these models? Why is he naked? Why is he naked, bro? What the fuck? But this was not the only talent as well, guys. We also have Neko Mickey, of course, in her Bubsy. Bro, but honestly,
Don't
this looks
forget SVA
very
also
Neko
got Yomi's
Mickey-esque,
blue
you
milk
know?
and blue lemonade too.
Oh, that as well. So of course, Neko Mickey also had her Bubsy model as well, and as well as Piper. Piper also debuted her Bubsy inspired model as well. Bro, this shit is so funny. What the fuck is this? What the actual fuck? I thought this was a really funny collaboration to put together. So that's what recently happened with the Hairs talents, guys. Pretty cool. Of course, in other news, some debuts you might have missed, of course, is Project Insignia. Insignia also debuted all 4 of their brand new talents. I'm going to skip to the end because you probably remember when we covered them. But I did cover them in prior episodes. So we had 2 debut yesterday and 2 more debuting later today. So if you want to go check them out, very, very cool. Of course, also, guys, we're going to go check in here with Ramdio. Ramdio actually was the one in charge of designing Vox Akuma's brand new outfit. So Vox did debut his brand new outfit, of course, with the big double wings and the new mask as well. I think he also released a new cover, like a new song. Don't quote me on that, but there's Vox's brand new outfit. Of course, also, guys, we have Lucy Pyre, who just debuted her brand new 3D model as well. It's perfect. So cute. I love it. I love Lucy, bro. She's so funny. Love it. So there is Lucy's brand new 3D model. Congratulations to her as well. Also, guys, I do want to take a moment here to talk about this big cutie here with their brand new outfit is Taiga Origami, of course, from Chroma Shift, who debuted their brand new outfit. This is like their normal one that they normally have right here. And, of course, here is the brand new one. So how do you guys feel about it? Why does Vox's model still have a tiny head? I never noticed that. Wait a second. I feel like it's fine. I feel like a lot of VTuber models kind of have, yeah, I feel like it's anime proportions. It's fine. So big congratulations to her, of course, guys. Also, we got to go check in here with Kagapi. Kagapi actually just celebrated their 6-year anniversary. And, of course, their brand new model to go along with it. Congratulations to them. Wow, 6 whole years, guys. That is a huge, huge, huge amount of time to be streaming. So congratulations to them. Again, they are the elf who doodles and sings. Very, very cute. And then finally, Chad, just one more debut I want to talk about is Yui Yup, who just debuted their brand new 3D model. Bro, I literally cannot tell that it's 3D. It looks so live 2D-esque. Like, whoever made the model for this absolutely cooked. Incredible. Incredible. So certainly go check them out. They have such a very like soft, sweet voice. I've watched their streams before. They're very, very cute. Yes, I've watched their streams before. Fanorama, and they are so sweet. They're also very funny too. Yeah, absolutely cooked on that. So guys, pull up those calendars and let's talk about some events and debuts coming up. First up are a few events that you're gonna want on your calendar. Of course, we have the VTuber Summer Slam is opening up the Minecraft server from June 19th to the 28th. So let's take a look, guys. Yeah, Vtuber SummerSlam is always doing something. Hey, Kinreal, thank you for 47 months. That's it, dude. Only 47 months. Looks very exciting, guys. So get pumped for it. I mean, it's going to be a great summer with the VTuber SummerSlam, as always, guys. They're always cooking. Ironmouse also announcing more friends to join her. I believe it's Anime Expo, right? So let's take a look at who's going to be coming by this time, chat. I love the whole, like, aesthetic of this, kind of like an old, like, game. It's cute. It's a really fun way to, like, announce friends that are coming. A kettle. Oh, wait, guys, it's me. It's me. I'm the kettle. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be Hinya, right? That's definitely gonna be Hinya, right? Yeah, Hinya, Froggy, Onigiri, who's the last one? Mochi, maybe? It looks like Mochi. At least with a card, it looked like Mochi. Michi Mochi, by the way. The card looked like her mascot. $50! I like how both the options were yes. Yep. Yep, called it. Called it. It's because her card has, it's because her card has her mascot on it. Yeah, scam artists. Got him. There it is, guys. So Froggy, Onigiri, Michi, Ariel. Oh, it's Ariel. Okay, that was the sunglasses. That's nice. So all the cards were for Michi, and the sunglasses for Ariel. That's cute. Well, there we go, guys. There's our 5 talents. Of course, coming here to the arcade at Anime Expo. Very, very exciting stuff. So get pumped, guys. A huge lineup, by the way. Huge lineup. Very, very cool. Another news, guys. Let's talk about some debuts coming up that you're going to want to know about. Write these down, guys. First up is Emma. Emma's actually debuting her Dapper Suit Monster Girl on Wednesday, the 27th of May. This looks awesome. Take a look. Bro, I love CEO outfits so much. Yeah, the whole business CEO outfits are so cute. I thought about doing this one day, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna do my current model. So we never got the CEO model, guys. I'm sorry. Of course, also, guys, let's go check in here. With Kina. Kina's actually doing her first year anniversary. She's actually we are rigging cousins because Typo U, of course, did my model, my Live 2D. So take a look, guys. That's Emma. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe so, honestly. I know, Rendas, maybe in the future, but I had to decide between that and my current model. Bald. Bald. Guys, please go give Akina some love. He is very fantastic. On a personal note, you should definitely get to know her. She's awesome. So, very, very awesome streamer, guys. Go give her some love. Of course, also, guys, we have Hannah, who's debuting their maid outfit coming up on May 27th at 9 p.m. EST. So, certainly go check that out. Write that down around Kitty Hannah's channel, guys. Also, let's go take a look here at Noe, who is also debuting their stuff coming up Saturday, June 6th at 7 p.m. PST. Take a look, guys. Cute. I get a little crown. That's nice. Yeah, a little waste for that one, but, you know, I'll give it to you now. Very cute, guys. So that's what's going on with them. Also, let's go take a look here at what's going on here with Coma. Wait, what? Did I click on that already? Is this somehow the same link? Okay, I was about to say. We have Coma VT, who is debuting their 2.0 coming up on June 1st. I mean, they got everything. New model, starting soon, BRB, emotes, panels, all of it, guys. So go take a look here at their trailer. 8 p.m. PST, by the way, on June 1st. Holy hip sway, dude. Yeah, holy hip sway. So get excited for that one, guys. Also, we're going to go take a look here what's going on with your favorite pickle VTuber. That is right, P. Of course, they're doing their 5-year anniversary outfit. Coming up on June 5th, new emotes, new backgrounds, new overlays, new everything. So this looks awesome. I'm super pumped, and you should be too, guys. Pia is an amazing creator. I've known her for so long. She's incredible. Of course, also, guys, we have Sayana. Sayana is debuting in June, coming up June 1st. They're live to debut in Donathon for 2 weeks. Let's take a look at their trailer, guys. Yeah, Pia's awesome. She's so sweet. Oh, is she on a work trip? I thought it was her pleasure. Okay, that's good. Very, very cool. There you go, guys. There is another debut you can be looking forward to, guys. That one is Sayana. First, also, guys, we're going to check in with I. I is also doing her debut for her 6 years, guys. June 4th at 7 p.m. CEST. Take a look, guys. Oh, God, dude. I'm about to come up on my 5 years, and it's been a blur. Yeah, I remember watching her when I first started. A little bit before, actually. Very cute. So I know she took a break. So I'm very glad to see her back. She's been cooking ever since, guys. Yeah, very, very awesome. Of course, also we have Melodia. Melodiexia. It's probably Melodia. The X is probably silent. But here is the debut trailer for them coming up in 6 days on May 30th, guys, at 10 a.m. GMT. Let's take a look at the trailer. Cute. Singing beta fish. Melodixia, maybe Melodixia. Melodixa. Yeah, I don't know. I'm bad with names. Okay, guys, you already know this. Hopefully we can ask them in the future. But very, very cute. Go and support them. I know we were talking about Mochi Sai a little bit earlier, but Mochi Sai is actually doing a some kind of spooky horror model debut coming up on the 30th, guys. So get excited for this one as well. Just a bit of a teaser. We don't have a time yet, but you got the date. Oh, sorry, 9 a.m. MDT, so kind of an early morning one. Pretty exciting, guys. Go check it out. Also, you might want to go take a look here at what's going on. Remy from Wimmy, as they say, not Remy, Wimmy from Phase Connect, actually saying, wow, mysterious guest. Hope she's cute. Talking about a mysterious guest joining RC in the next Blue Archive live stream. If you don't know, RC, of course, is the Blue Archive Vtuber. Made Mint did something with them. Well, we did get an official confirmation of Wimmy. That is right. Says the dream is real, Sensei. Remilia is joining CMRC as a special guest from Blue Archive live stream number 35. People are losing their minds. Like, actually, they're losing their minds. So, very, very cool to see. I'm pumped about this. I hope you guys are too. Amazing, amazing stuff. This looks awesome. I think the first time that there was like a collaboration, right? Some people were talking about how Remy would be a good fit in the comments of that original post, and now it's come true. So really cool that FaZe was able to make that happen. Very, very cool. So guys, let's go skip down here to a little bit of Corpo VTuber news. We're just gonna go down the line, guys. I'm gonna go Ninja Sanji Hololive. Then we're gonna talk about some other stuff, straight into VNU, and then skip down to indie VTuber news as well. First up, guys, Ninja Sanji. Yes, we're talking about Ninja Sanji, your favorite VTuber agency. They're doing a PUBG Sports Festival event coming up on the 30th, so let's take a look. I mean, the trailer looks nice, too. Yeah, I mean, to be fair as well, like, Ninja Sanji JP is actually alright, so it's just the Ian side that we were definitely like, yeah, but this looks pretty great, guys, so again, that's going down on May 30th. If you are one of my Ninja Sanji fans out there, I do know you exist, by the way. I know you're real. In other news, let's go take a look here what's going on with Hololive. We got a few celebrations to talk about because Subaru actually just hit 2 million YouTube subscribers. Congratulations to them. Incredible stuff, guys. That is wild. Of course, also, your favorite Koseki Biju, Bibo, actually is now in Idol Showdown. If you don't know what Idol Showdown is, it is the VTuber fighting game. I played it when it came out. I've also played it with Coefficient. It was a bunch of fun, but take a look, guys. I'm so excited for him. I can main Bibo. Let's fucking go.
Maybe if I say it out loud, it'll happen. I want to fight. I want to be a fighter. Thanks. Bye.
The sound effects are perfect.
Here we go. Boom, beast. Yeah.
The Idol Showdown is actually like, I will say this about Idol Showdown. It is very well put together and crafted. Like, it actually has a lot of like really awesome fighting game mechanics, but it's very balanced too.
Oh,
Yeah, like they really care about the game.
Let's go.
Holy shit, the mech.
Yeah. What? Why? Just go next. Just go next. Oh.
No way, she got this. Her ulti as the storm is approaching. That's incredible. That's fucking base. The shining smiling story. That's so good.
Idol Showdown, yeah.
Bro, that is amazing. They got the shining smiling story. So of course, Bibo did react to this happening, so let's go take a look because this is just so cool. So excited for her.
I saw this now too. Well, I knew it was coming. But people in Idol Showdown.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, HK? How are you, kitty? I'm at some VTuber news today. Welcome in. How's it going with you? Hi, Raiders. Everybody say hi to our Raiders today.
That's so cool. I'm in a video game. I'm looking at myself again.
I feel like they paid so much attention with like the rocks and the crystals, the hammer as well.
My tomato, and I switch outfits to Judgment Cut.
Yeah.
So cool.
The Judgment Cut. Fuck you guys too. Yes, her original form when she debuted, she's actually a Moai. So like they broke open the Moai and Bibo was inside of it. It was really funny. Yeah, that's like her lore, kind of.
Yay! Bleh, and then I bleh.
Dude, she's actually got like some legit combos.
Yippee! Judgment Cut! Yay!
That's
Prism
cute.
Break! Well, it's not Judgment Cut, it's Prism.
Yeah, we gotta make sure it's copyright free, right? So.
Because that's people's.
I forgot that they put Ollie in his DLC.
Also.
I forgot about that.
Do they put it as June 6th and 7 on purpose?
I didn't even notice that.
Who
No way they
knows?
put it on June 6th, 7. No fucking way. Are you serious?
7 on purpose.
Legally distinct
don't
judgment cut. Prison
know.
break.
Wow. And they gave me my katana. I'm
That's
so happy
crazy
they gave
as
me my
fuck,
katana. Thank
They
you.
probably did.
And my hammer. And a pebble. Baby, yeah.
Yeah, they really paid a lot of
because
attention to
they're
her,
so
and I
mean.
love that about Idol Showdown. They always really give so much attention to the characters they put into the game.
And
It's
Reese's are so
awesome.
mean. Idol Showdown. I'm excited. We was in a beeping fighting game. And we have movesets and stuff. That's so beeping cool. That's so beeping cool. I'm gonna play the heck out of that.
Maybe guys, maybe I'll think of picking it up for a day to play with y'all. So very, very cute and very awesome. Congratulations to Bibo on that. Amazing. Of course, in other news, guys, you might remember last time where there was something going on with Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, ERB. Well, there are meetups occasionally with ERB fans. And last time, well, let's just say that she was keeping an eye on her fans. Well, ERB has done it again. There was a meetup with, of course, the ERB fans. And, of course, she takes a picture and says, whoops, I'm early. And, of course, Maddie, who was, like, one of the main people that cosplays and put some of this on, that's literally her. And she's like, what the actual freak? She can't keep getting away with this. She can't keep getting away with this. I just love that she stalks her own fan meetups. That is the funniest shit in the entire world. Guys, when is the Elara get together? Yeah, when is the Elara get together? I want to, I want to come stalk you guys on that. Oh my God, that's so funny. I love her. So another stalking moment from ERB, guys. In other news, let's get a look here at the latest hologram. Before we dive into an update about the crony boring situation, yeah, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about because we've been talking about it for a while, but I do have an update for you. Anyway, let's check out the newest hologram. This one is called Caught in the Middle, guys. It's cute. Ah, yeah, Human Shield. Bro, the fucking Yuri vibes are incredible. Like, the Yuri and fucking holograms kills me. Wait, she just has spare ears? This is canonical? That Bakura has extra ears just to give to people? Is this anime? Basically, that's what holograms are. They're just hololive anime. And now she's dead forever, so classic holograms, guys. So in other news, in case you forgot, I'll give you a little bit of a TLDR. Eternal Return is a Japanese game. And Eternal Return, well, it's not just Japanese, but Eternal Return is mostly a Japanese game, right? And there was a bit of a debacle with this particular game because fans were in a outrage about a particular voice actor who made a pun about a boar. Actually went on to say, oh, they were fighting a boar in the game, and they said, oh, wow, this game is really boring. Like, haha, really funny joke, right? Well, turns out that voice actress was actually Crony. And Crony was supposed to voice a brand new character within the game. But they actually stripped that opportunity from her because of this quote-unquote fan outrage of calling the game boring, even though it was a fucking pun. So let's get a look here at the Eternal Return JP account. They said, notice regarding changes to Beyond's English voice. As we usher in a new season, a time when we should be delivering enjoyable experiences to all of you, we deeply apologize from the bottom of our hearts for the significant worry and confusion caused in connection with the changes to the English voice for the character Beyond. We would like to explain Nimble Neuron's perspective on this matter, as well as our future operational policy. So we did get a bit of an update, chat. Let's go take a look at what they had to say. Now, before we read this, chat, do you think that they decided to give Crony her voice actress role back, or do you think that they doubled down? What do you think, guys? Yeah, take your guesses. What do you think happened? Before we dive into it, I would love to hear your guesses.
Hello everyone, my name is Sungmin Im, and I am the service director at Nimble Neuron. The start of a new season should be an exciting time for players. However, our decision regarding Bai Young's English voice actor led to concern and confusion instead. Today, we'd like to share Nimble Neuron's position on this issue.
I mean, it wasn't really
along with the
confusing,
steps
like,
we'll
it's
be
pretty
taking to
fucking
improve our
clear.
service operations going forward.
It's pretty fucking clear.
One,
like,
regarding the change to Bai Young's English voice. Bai Young's casting process was conducted through numerous blind test auditions, and we cased .ovu because we felt their strong performance best matched the character's direction and our vision. However, due to unexpected external circumstances, we decided to change Bai Young's English voice. We apologize to the players who were looking forward to hearing the English voice for Bai Young in the game with the release of the character. The characters of Eternal Return belong to the world of Lumia Island. While that world may reflect parts of reality, it is still a separate place with its own stories, characters, and experiences. We have always considered it a core value to preserve Lumia Island as Eternal Return's own world.
What? Due to unexpected external circumstances. You mean the ones that you caused? This is all internal. It's not external. It's literally internal. What the fuck do you mean? What's up, Mia? Yeah, now you're just trying to, like, fire redirect at this point. What are you talking about? External circumstances.
At the time, we were concerned that the discussion around the character could expand beyond the game in a way that might affect the player experience. Our decision was made with the goal in mind to separate and minimize discussion about topics outside the game.
This makes no sense.
We were hasty with our judgment and in trying to respond quickly to concerns.
That makes no sense.
We did not properly discuss or coordinate with the voice actor and everyone else involved.
Oh my god.
As a result, our actions caused considerable harm to .ovu, our partners, and the players who had supported and anticipated this casting. We want to offer our sincere apologies to the voice actor for not providing enough information in a clear and proper process,
I mean, at least
as well as to our partners, for the difficulties caused regarding the casting process. Going forward, we will strive to establish a more careful and responsible process so that this doesn't happen again.
So I will say, at least they said we were hasty, how we responded. We didn't probably discuss. We offer our apologies, right? But here's the part I want to talk about. At the time, we were concerned that the discussion around the character could expand beyond the game in a way that might affect the player experience. How the fuck does a pun affect the player experience? What? Oh my god. Going forward, we will handle our operations and processes with greater care. Can we get a boo, chat? Like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. We sincerely apologize. Many of you have expressed discontent for the delay of this notice following the incident. We apologize for this as well. Learning from our hasty mistakes, we want to communicate properly with all parties involved rather than rushing into the next step without a proper conclusion. Our response took time to prepare. We realized the need to be more careful and responsible in our service operations. Going forward, we are determined to take more responsibility in safeguarding a peaceful environment for both our players and collaborators. Internally, we will review our processes to avoid issues like this happening again. We will also make a stronger effort to understand the context of each community. The issues between different communities will not be further exasperated by the mistakes on our side. We'll listen more closely to the feedback and concerns shared by our players and apply them responsibly across our service operations. But, like, one thing to say here, too, is, like, if you're gonna take the feedback of the players, this didn't have really like to do with your players. This had to do with Crony, right? Like that had more to do with her. You failed her, not your fans, right? Like, yeah, the fans had some outroar about a pun, but you failed her ultimately, not the fans, right? Well, now you failed the fans because you failed her. So the people that had this outcry, the sentence kind of doesn't really make sense, right? Listen more closely to feedback and concerns shared by our players. Well, it's kind of like you really shouldn't have listened to them at all. Like that was kind of what caused the problem, right? We understand the criticism you may have and a disappointment many of you feel cannot be resolved by this post alone. So carefully review the feedback you have shared. We'll do our best to rebuild your trust through our future actions and operations. Of course, the service director goes on to apologize for the concern this situation caused. Our turnover return is enjoyed by many players from many different communities. That makes it our responsibility to approach matters like this with care and consideration. I mean, look, I don't care how many communities there are. It's your responsibility, period, to approach every matter with care and consideration. In this case, our review and response fell short of the standard. As a result, we cause unnecessary stress about the people involved in our players. As a service director, I'm responsible for the overall service operations. Including this matter, I sincerely apologize once again for the lack of proper management and coordination. I mean, I'm glad that you apologize, right? That's a good first step. But also at the same time, I'm like, so what did you do to make this right? You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for. So of course, they did go on to talk about the new season. So we are organizing the various issues that arose during the season's operations. Because of that, they're kind of giving some coupons out and some special coins. However, let's go check in here with Crony under her VA account, which is Dotavu. And this is what Dot had to say about it, guys. Do you think that they made it right with them? Yes or no? Do you think they made it right?
I've been in contact with the lead of business and we've been able to come to a conclusion, despite how I have to let down those who were looking forward to my voice. I'm very sorry to let those fans down. The English audition and recording process itself was pleasant. Thank you to those who worked with me there.
So you're telling me that you're sitting here apologizing how you were too hasty in your decision, you caused all these issues, but you're not going to allow her to continue to, be the VA or reverse that decision. It doesn't feel like your apology meant shit because your actions are more important than your words, right? And in this case, they apologized, but they didn't reinstate her. So for me, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Have a great day.
It is unfortunate how this turned out, and I hope other voice actors will not have to experience what I have.
Too.
I recognize that I still have a lot of
I'm
room
sorry,
to grow
but
alongside the
there's
many
no action
veterans
by
in
my
this
words.
field. However, seeing the incredible support and encouragement from so many communities has inspired me to work
really
even
good.
harder, despite these unfortunate circumstances. I will use this energy to further my skills and do my best to live up to that support. Thank you.
Of course, guys, very disappointing outcome on this. Everybody was racing hell, rightfully so. Again, losing a VA opportunity over a fucking pun. And then the business says, oh, well, we're really sorry. We were worried it would expand beyond the game. What are you talking about? Hasty in our judgment, trying to respond quickly to concerns we didn't probably discuss or coordinate, which is true, right? But now that you've done this, you admit that you did that, you not rolling back your decision, literally says, well, I'm really sorry. And then whatever you were sorry about, you just continue to do it anyway. So really, really fucked up. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I won't be supporting the game. I never was anyway, but I definitely will now. Really messed up. Review bombing should be tied to the game, right? Should be tied to the experience of the game. I don't know if technically this ties to playing the experience of playing the game, right? I mean, technically it is a VA, so it kind of does, kind of doesn't. I don't know, maybe there's some nuance in there, right? I don't think that you should review bomb the game over this, so at least in my personal opinion, I feel like just don't buy it or just don't put money into it. I don't think you need to review bomb it. That's not going to accomplish anything, so just walk away from it, chat. That's probably your best bet. So there you go, guys. What do you think about all this? Do you think it's bullshit? Do you think that it's warranted? Like what's your thoughts about it? Yeah, we're sorry, but we don't care. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm neutral. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really see the point of review bombing, right? Like, I'll be honest, I don't want to waste any of my time on your stuff anymore, so I'm just gonna not support you. It's bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Not horseshit, but bullshit. I mean, basically, auto review bombing came from tradition Chinese, which isn't uncommon since they usually don't have access to the forums, so that's a lot of times the only way they can voice their displeasure. I don't know. I choose to speak with my wallet, so... anyway, guys, that's what's going on. In other Corpo news, let's go talk here for a second about Lena. Lena's actually making her debut in Beyond the Veil, guys. So you might remember Beyond the Veil is the comic that is put on by Mythic Talent. You can certainly go check it out if you want to, guys. But it's got people like Chai Lily, Queso, Summervale, Nanners, all kinds of other creators you might know in that comic series. So very cool to see her in it. Go check it out, guys. First, let's go take a look here at a Vtuber agency. And I want to take a look here what Mizuki has said here. So, looking at this particular agency here, this is Meridian. Meridian, of course, is a Vtuber agency. However, guys, something happened here with Meridian. And they went on to say, regarding the recent incident of inappropriate remarks made by our affiliated artist, Mizuki, on social media platforms, after internal assessment and review, we'll take the following measures starting immediately. Suspending public activities and social media operations for 2 months. We deeply regret and apologize for the distress caused by this incident. Now, I did translate this, and it didn't really talk about the incident. But let's go take a look at what the person in question did, or what they had to say about it. So, hello everybody, I'm Mizuki. Yesterday, due to my inappropriate comment reply on social media, I tried to dig this up, guys. I could not find it, but caused discomfort and controversy from many people. I'm truly sorry. At the time, because of my personal emotions, I responded to a fan's post with an overly subjective and aggressive reply, which not only hurt the person involved, but also disappointed many who have always supported me. No matter what emotions I was holding on in the moment, I should not have responded in such an emotional way in a public setting. As a public figure, I didn't handle my own emotions and behavior well, and overlooked the potential impact of my words. This is something I'll deeply reflect on. Additionally, regarding this incident, companies decided to have me pause activities for a period of time. During this time, all originally scheduled personal activities and individual projects will also be canceled. I'll use this time to re-examine my mindset and behavior and to seriously confront these issues. It's very interesting to me how the difference, almost like a burden of professionalism, is put on talents overseas versus like here in the West, right? Where like people will just say all kinds of shit, especially even the fans in particular. So very interesting and different, right? Where this person's like, yeah, I made an aggressive reply and, I got suspended now for a bit of time. So interesting thing overall. I'll certainly keep an eye on this, but I was not able to dig up that controversial tweet. So sorry for that one, guys. In other news as well, guys, AK Virtual, some of their talents are actually going indie, guys. So let me pull this up and translate it for you really quick. Yeah, basically, exactly, Captain. Which, like, again, I think it's really interesting considering that you have a lot of things going on here in the West where people are very like outspoken and sometimes very mean to their community members or just people in general. So it's almost like it's funny to see how the levels of professionalism are dealt with differently in different spaces, right? Here we go, guys. This is an announcement again coming from AKA Virtual. This is what they have to say. It says, thank you for your support of AKA Virtual and the group Scandinavia. So effective on May 19th, these talents will continue to be teaming activities independently. Jesse, Karazu, Kirigawa, and of course Quiver Wristband. That's probably not actually their name. That's it, guys. Nothing really, crazy or anything. They're not, going to continue with the group name here. They're just they're going indie, and that's kind of it, guys. However, what I did want to add to this was, of course, an update here from AK Virtual and a situation going on. So here we have Darius, guys. Hello, this is Darius. I'd like to make a small announcement regarding AK Virtual's current situation. So let's take a look because things kind of don't sound too great for AK Virtual right now.
Before anything else, I no longer represent AKA Virtual in any way, including with this statement. When I mention ID or Indonesia, I am referring only to the Indonesian operational team/staff that worked within the company, not the company itself. This is also not an official statement on behalf of the team, but rather my personal explanation to give some closure to talents, fans, and former staff. What happened?
Here we go, guys. Here's what's been going on with AK Virtual, guys.
Since February 2026, all ID staff made the decision to stop working with the company due to internal issues that I will not disclose publicly.
Oh, great!
Though they
So
have
nobody
recently
wants to
been
work
resolved.
with them on the ID side.
AKA Virtual ID
Wonderful.
was never originally built as a profit-oriented VTuber agency. For much of its early existence, it functioned more as a supporting initiative than a standalone
Another
business.
agency down, bro.
I joined in October 2023 through JKT48B and gradually took over leadership of the agency after my predecessor stepped back. Starting in 2024, we began restructuring the agency with the goal of building long-term sustainability.
Of course. I mean, that's kind of how most agencies kind of function, but all of the ID talents are wanting to step away
Since
because
February 2026,
no
all
internal
ID to be
issues.
transparent, we entered 2024 with almost no incoming revenue.
Okay, yeah, and that
Even
kind of
so,
makes sense because
by
y'all are
the end
newer.
of 2025, it became clear that the agency had genuine potential to grow into a healthy and sustainable business.
Which is where you want to be,
The
guys. That's what you
foundation
want to
was
do.
there, a dedicated team, improving structure, and clearer direction. Given more time and stable
seems
conditions,
like you
we
kind of had what
truly
you wanted
believed
at
it
the
could
start,
become
right?
something much bigger. Throughout this period, the Indonesia side continued to perform positively.
That's awesome.
Daily operations, talent development, and partner interest continued to show momentum, including from partners introduced through Japan. Staff made the decision to stop working with the company due to internal issues that I will not disclose publicly, though
Why
they
are you
have
rereading
recently
this,
been
Elara?
resolved.
Elara, why are you
AKA
rereading
Virtual ID
this?
was never originally built as a profit-oriented VTuber agency.
Why would you do this to
For
me?
much of its early existence, there were also changes within the talent roster during this
I
time.
was about to say.
However, these changes did not directly affect the agency's ability to operate.
You
While
broke, guys.
adjustments
It's too
and
much
adapting
for
were
She's so
necessary,
sad.
the team remained
AK
optimistic
Virtual's
about
not
the
doing
future.
well.
We had already begun building a structure that relied less on any single individual or group and focused more on long-term
yeah, this is
stability.
my question. What the fuck is
I'm
going
grateful
on?
to every
You guys are
talent who was
built
part of the
in
journey,
a good
both
way, right?
those
You have
who
good
stayed
structure.
and
What
those who left
happened?
earlier. Their involvement or lack thereof should not be connected to the issues that later occurred.
So, Crystal, what were the issues? Well, it sounds like to me that they were on the pathway to set up everything correctly, so they must have done some really egregious to fuck that up.
Parts of the overall operational structure
What were the
depended on
issues?
processes outside the local team's direct oversight.
Okay.
While relationships and collaborations continued normally,
Right.
maintaining long-term operational stability under the existing structure became increasingly difficult.
The
As a
times
result,
changed.
continuing operations in a fully sustainable and responsible way became more challenging despite the positive progress being made locally.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
times have
so,
changed, sadly.
I remain proud of what the team accomplished. In under 2 years, what started as a supporting initiative evolved into something with real potential.
I'm a little
It showed that a local VTuber agency can be built with
interested in
care,
something, though.
structure, and integrity, and that with the right conditions, it could have grown into something even stronger.
So remember the main thing here, Chad. They said all ID staff made a decision to stop working with the company due to internal issues I will not disclose publicly. That doesn't sound good, right? That sounds like there's a lot of conflict. Now, I know they're saying, things became difficult, times changed, but what else happened within that time, right? The decision for everybody to leave was not due to a lack of belief, effort, or talents, our staff involved. But it came down to timing, structural limitations, and the responsibility we had towards everybody involved. What we built can still become a meaningful foundation for future opportunities. Lastly, I want to wish the best to all the talents on staff throughout this journey. As of this announcement, I have no plans to return to VTuber industry. Prefer to return to being a normal salaryman, working class person. Deeply grateful for the connections I made with the partners of other agencies and teams across industries. So this is kind of like, somebody in the past who used to work for them. I don't know, guys. It seems like AK Virtual's just, yeah. I mean, what's left at this point? What's left to really say about AK Virtual? So, yeah. you know, that's kind of it. So we've had, you know, several people graduate back here in, you know, January. AK Virtual's pretty much done anyways. So that's it, guys. It seemed like something happened in the behind the scenes, so we're never gonna find out. It sounded like they had a good foundation, but times change, and maybe that caused stress, and they fell apart. So, but it's always nice to get insight like that, right, guys? Especially if you never know what happens. So, of course, also let's talk for a second here about FaceCon. FaceCon actually is canceling the Anya meet and greet. Yeah, it's been canceled. Anya and Abyss goes on to say, I was really looking forward to FaceCon, but turns out my family bought some tickets to go to Puerto Rico. Whole thing is non-refundable, so I can't go to FaceCon. I'll be able to do the meet and greets offcad instead. So that is right, not going to be a FaceCon. So another hit to FaceCon, unfortunately. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with FaceCon. Every time I keep looking into it, it seems like there's setbacks. It seems like there's issues. Nothing's really popping off for them. So I know a lot of people are, it's their first year. I get that. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, guys. I'm hoping the best for it. I really, really am. But I'm not holding my breath either. All right, let me stretch here. Because, guys, we're going to talk about a very, very big issue about a VTuber agency that could potentially be scamming all of their talents. Now, we gotta go back in time, guys. We gotta take a step back a long time ago to March 2024. Back when Alien Mixture from SGA released a document to VNU in regards to their statements made on March 21st and the 25th. Now, this document is not available, but I'm gonna give you a little TLDR, right? So, in March of 2024, VNU announced the graduation of a monotherapy, right? Now, if you don't know monotherapy, let's just say that, you know, mono is not very alien to you guys. So you might want to mix that up in your brain. If you're not familiar with a mono, guys, it's almost like we're looking at Alien Mixture for a very important reason, guys. So, of course, the agency actually accused the mono of breaching their contract, and of course, you know, said you can compensate us for you to leave early. Of course, we have Amanu, who took legal advice, revealed that she thought that early departure from BNU, but that was due to difficult management conditions. So she said, hey, management sucks. I want to leave, right? Well, the agency handed her a bill to leave VNU, right? So Amano, who again is an alien to us, you know, was handed a bill to separate from the company. Now, chat, how much do you think this bill was to separate from the company? The VNU said, yes, Amano, you can leave right now, but we're going to charge you to leave for assets, things like that. How much do you think they wanted to charge her? You guys know your history. $450,000. Let me say that again. $450,000, guys. Insane. So, of course, they try to be like, oh, there were damages, miscellaneous expenses, basically all this like vaguely itemized bullshit, right? So, of course, VTuber community came together and said, yeah, no, that's bullshit, right? We're siding with Amano on this one. They criticized VNU pretty heavily. They said, hey, you know, this is all completely necessary. And of course, brought a lot of scrutiny towards VNU about how they handled their talents. Well, things have been really, really bad for ever since it, right? VNU's kind of been on a slow decline. Well, guys, now fast forward to today. And I want to say I'm surprised that VNU has been around this long based off that, because they actually have a ton of their talents all announcing hiatus or mentioning some bad news that they received. Here's Mita that says, I'll post my schedule tonight after work. I apologize. I'm currently fuming and utterly appalled after some news that I received. Nisma says, after was going to post my schedule today and have a stream, I'm really devastated by some news received today. It will unfortunately have to wait. Amoria says, I'm really sorry as You know, some of you guys look forward to our time together. As the highlights of your week to get you through your daily lives, I'll be active on social media, but streaming is going to majorly halt for the time being. First, also Meavy says, could use a hug right now. DK Graves says, sorry, it's hard for me to word things properly. I will be taking a hiatus for the time being. Take care. For Serenity says, hi guys, I'll be taking a hiatus for the time being. So sorry, I'm unable to share much with you at this moment. I'm so sorry. So guys, it's not really, you can put 2 and 2 together. When a bunch of people go on hiatus all at the same time from agency, that's bad news. Very, very bad news. So guys, I'm gonna go look at some of the reactions of some of the talents, what they're saying, and then I want to go talk about how VNU has not seemed to change at all, guys. So again, this is what DK Graves said. Sorry, it's hard for me to word everything properly. And this other person that's totally unrelated to DK Graves, guys, very unrelated, says, I'm so stressed out. First, also to go on to follow up here. They did not follow up. That one is gone. Never mind. But we do, of course, have Roa from BNU says, I apologize for the inconvenience, but I'll be canceling tomorrow's stream. Also, still thinking about whether or not Thursday's member stream will happen or not. Trying to just figure everything out, right? Of course, it says, I don't particularly like canceling streams. I apologize for the somewhat sudden notice, especially since it hasn't been long since I came back from vacation. Thank you guys for your continued support and understanding. Of course, also we have here from, nope, wrong one. Sorry. Of course, also we have Misma, who says, again, I was going to post a schedule, but I got that devastating news. Legal says, wishing the best and bright futures all the talents, but some things have been a long time coming. Hey, I agree with the legal mindset 100%, especially, looking at what's been going on with VNU for so long. Of course, here's what Amora says I'll only be streaming Tomodachi Life this week. The schedule's likely to look the same for the next few weeks. Because I'm really sorry, as I know most of you guys look forward to our time together. But, I'll be active on socials, but streaming is going to majorly halt for the time being. Now, there's this other person named Yumiya, totally not related to, Amori, by the way, but says, I asked her pups to avoid commissioning any fan art for the time being. I'll be looking to a small rebrand, same concept and name, slightly different design, cleaning up on socials. So, if they're already saying I'm going to be doing a small rebrand, kind of sounds like things are already moving in the background, guys. So, does not bode well based off that news. Mina goes on to say from VNU, I'll post my schedule. Again, I'm utterly appalled by the news I received. This is the one that we read a little bit earlier. They said, I'm going to play Pragmata Saturday. I apologize. I know it's a bit hard coming from a spotty schedule with the time being that we have left before I graduate in June. So again, Mina's on the way out already. We've read this graduation not too long ago. However, again, now they're having to cut their time short because of whatever the fuck is happening behind the scenes. We also have a former talent of VNU who is an affiliate. Actually, they are graduated from VNU, of course, but they still are an affiliate. There's this random person that's totally not related to them at all named Ramu. And Ramu is going to be very important, guys. So it's almost like they're the same person, guys. Kind of crazy, right? But Encino, of course, is, graduated, still affiliate for VNU. But Ramu is going to play a very important part, especially this comic says, finally done moving, let's. And then, of course, everything blows up behind them. So clearly in a reference to their past life in VNU as well, guys. So, of course, also we have Zelly here as well, who is going to give some interesting information. And there is another account who totally is, not related to Zelly at all that says, I'm sad things are this way, but I'm so happy that I have a space with you. I hope everyone can find me here and we can all be together again. So, we do also have, of course, Tori. I know Tori very well, right? She's part of the Beasties, but you don't know Tori had a past life in VNU as well. Tori says, please send those girls so much love. They deserve the world for what they've been through, and it sucks. It just continues to happen in the VTubing space. I'm truly speechless. Sorry for the vague post, but I had to say something, even if it isn't much. So we kind of got this from Tori. Of course, Legal Mindset kind of weighing in on this as well. Legals know some of the VNU talents, kind of reported on this in the past. He says, don't say I didn't warn y'all about VNU. Literally the Korean ninja Sanji. Of course, we have here from Tomomi, who says, just kidding. I know what happened. Staff never intended on compensating us as promised. Plus was the entire premise because they hadn't actually discussed it with higher ups and lied to us in the audience about it. Knowing full well the entire time there was no intention to give it. So sounds extremely scammy, guys. Extremely scammy. Well, we did get a pretty big revelation here from Ramu, guys. Ramu, of course, is the new life of this totally unrelated VTuber right here, guys. Totally unrelated, but this is their new life. And they wanted to talk about some experiences with VNU. So let's listen in, guys. Here we go.
I see things are always happening on Twitter. You know, sucks. God, if you guys don't know already, please go support a lovely new, I would say male delivery girl, and a lovely hamster, and, sorry. Maybe a lovely jellyfish girl and all that. I will give you more updates as they come along, but mail delivery, a package, kinda gay. So, yeah, but I guess the point is, please go support them. I see that there's more opening up about situations, and I just really want the best, honestly.
I mean, I think it's what we all want, right? We just want to be able to create content in like peace and not to fight management for all this shit, where they're charging you, insane amount of money to even just leave the company or, withhold funds or whatever, right? But anyway, let's listen to Ramu because they're gonna talk about an experience here.
I don't know. Sorry, the way things are, but it's fine. It's fine. I love those girls so much, and it sucks because I don't know. I promised I wouldn't go too much into detail, but since it's being put on the front page, and I'm seeing more and more how people are alluding to it, and now it just seems like we're all talking about it. Yeah, pay the fucking fee.
You might as well talk about it now, get it out there.
Yeah. It wasn't just the mistreatment, but it always feels like, there was a lack of integrity.
So she says it wasn't always the mistreatment, there was a lack of integrity. So you have two big words right there, mistreatment and lack of integrity. I mean, that's that's two really important things in a business, guys. Just saying.
There's a huge lack of integrity, and I am so angry on behalf of everybody. A certain rodent friend of mine wanted to express disappointment because in her job, she gave up all her pay for the entirety of the time she was not streaming, including any and all birthday merchandise fees.
So let's put this together again. So somebody had a break, and she gave up all of her pay as well as the money she was supposed to receive from merchandise as well. They are scamming these poor talents, guys. They are literally getting ripped the fuck off. That is horrible. Horrible.
So that way, it could stack up, and she would be able to exit. Without a problem, so
again, they're basically like, oh yeah, I'm going to not get paid at all so I can try to build up some funds, so that way I can leave the company, is what she's saying here. So, she's saying, yeah, they're not gonna get paid, they're not gonna take any fees, take time off, so that way they can just leave the company, right? Which, how much money do you have to pay off the company to leave is the real question, right? And this is why we go back, guys, to this instance right here. Having to pay the company off to leave. I'm not saying that's super abnormal, right? But how much money is it going to require for you to do that? And it seems like for V&U, a lot of that has not changed, right?
It was just like riding out the time, I suppose. Because didn't want to deal with anything at that point. Because, yeah. And it just feels like there was always just more loopholes that were pushed on her when she was trying to leave, and the final price just kept on magically changing.
And this is where we get to the exact same thing that happened to a prior talent from V&U, guys. Okay, so we have all of these, like she says loopholes, right? I would say more like obstacles, right? Red tape. Now we have the prices changing, all that stuff. They are scamming these poor fucking talents, taking all of their money just so they can fucking leave, and the price changes. They make it harder and harder. This is absolutely ridiculous, Chad. It seems like V&U has not changed at all over the years. And remember, this happened back in March 2024. It's been well over 2 years. Nothing has changed.
I don't know. I'm just seeing more and more about it because you know why it kept on changing. You know why the final price just kept on magically going up and why nothing was ever set in stone. But I think that was the most frustrating part about what she was talking to me about. And so honestly, I wish her the best because that Red Factory sounded miserable.
Absolutely unacceptable. For you to keep leading your talent on, right? And then you're also changing the price so they have to keep feeding into it, losing fundage from merch, live streams, or whatever money they're making, right? You just keep giving that to them, and the price keeps going up. It's like if you were playing Animal Crossing, right? And Tom Nook said, "Oh, I need $1 million," right? And then you go back and Tom Nook's like, "Oh, you got $1 million? Well, no, actually, I need $2 million." I mean, just it's ridiculous. You are working for nothing already to try to exit, and they keep changing the price on you. Ridiculous. So I think V&U has not changed at all, guys. I think that this is a absolutely deplorable company. I know that, of course, Ramu says lacks integrity. I very much agree with that. I think that at this point, chat, V&U is very much on its way out. We've already have all these talents going on hiatuses as well. So it seems like V&U is, yeah, the collapse is coming. But let me know how you feel about this. I would love to, you know, hear what you have to say about the whole situation. Leave me a comment. Crazy, guys, crazy. What do you think about it? Yeah, what's your thoughts? Yeah, they're just sucking the money out of them. The price keeps going up, so you can never fucking leave. Like, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You're keeping them trapped there on purpose. That's literally what you're doing. V&U is Korean, yes. They're a Korean company. Here's some idol companies from there employ the same tactics, which is fucked up. Like, it's one thing if you pay to leave, right? Which I think that's already problematic, like, enough. But I guess I can understand if you're, like, reimbursing them for certain stuff and you never made money. Maybe, right? There's a lot of nuance in that, right? I guess I could kind of see it in the right situation. But this right here, changing the price more. Yeah, it's literally indentured servitude. Crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit. So that's what's going on, guys. Please go and support the current V&U talents on their PLs. They certainly need your support right now, guys. Absolutely nuts. In other news, let's talk about a Google Docky. That's right, guys. It's been a while since we tapped into a little bit of a Google Docky here. So, you know, I know you're so excited. No, I'm actually not going to dive into this whole thing, but this comes from Perforkop, who made a post about Ellie the mini bot. And apparently this has to do with the relationship and how Ellie dated and cheated on a member of their own community. Now, guys, I'm going to save us both time. I'm not going to fucking read this. This is literally the most high school fucking bullshit document I've ever read in my life. This is literally somebody like, hey, here's a bunch of science to leave me alone. And them just not taking the fucking hit.
The Google Docky Deliverer!
Thank you, Don. This is literally the most useless, like, nothing burger of a Google Docky I've ever seen in my life. The worst part about it, guys, it's 123 pages. 24 pages, guys. It's just a huge nothing burger. So if you want to go read it, I will link it to you guys in the chat. If you want it, let me know. Otherwise, we'll move on. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a bunch of nothing. Legitimately, like, Yeah, 124 pages of just essaying. Like, I read a little bit of it and I was like, oh, this looks bad. And then I had some other people that actually read it and I looked at what they were saying. I was like, I saw some of the spark notes. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is literally pointless. Oh, you want the link? Okay, I got you. You want a chuckle? Yeah, I'll give you a chuckle. Here you go. And then some of the stuff that I read in there already, I was like, this is the most pointless, high school level BS. Why did you make a 123-page document? So we're not going to read it, guys. I'm going to spare you all. Spare me too. There you go. In other news, guys, let's go take a look at what's going on at MomoCon. MomoCon, of course, Kumi actually is there in person right now. Has a bunch of cutouts, but I love this cutout the most for Kumi. There's Kumi IRL. Of course, also Kumi had a IRL meet and greet, and check out this line, dude. And people were lined up for Kumi, rightfully so. He blew up very, very quickly, and she's a ton of fun. So a huge meet and greet going on. Papa Mutt doing IRL meet and greet. Heavenly Father, a lot of awesome people having fun at MomoCon. Of course, also, guys, we had some other people here with their meet and greets. And you might recognize, there's Hypa there. You might recognize this other crazy lady right here. That's right. I was there yesterday doing meet and greets, and I had a wonderful time, guys. I got to tell you something about my meet and greets. I have never, ever in my life, had people thank me for my news coverage. This was actually insane to me, guys. I had 3 different people at my meet and greet. Well, first up, I had a line, which was nuts. Before I even started, I had a line, which was wild to me. And then my whole time was taken the entire time. But I legitimately had people thank me for my news coverage, and I've never had that. And I just want to say, for the people that came by yesterday or people watching, I appreciate you all so much. Newstubing is not an easy thing to do, guys. A lot of people are very hateful. A lot of people are very negative just because you talk about news. For me, it's a place of learning and for discussion, right? But I've legitimately never had people thank me for that, and that means the world to me. It makes me feel like the things that I do matter, like sometimes I think we all have that. You feel like your place in the world doesn't matter, but have people thank me for the things that I've been doing with news. It blows my mind. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are incredible. So thank you so much for that, guys. Really means the world to me. If you go and look here on Twitter as well, there is a trending tab for MomoCon. So if you want to go see some other posts as well, there's lots of people in cosplay, just having fun. Big photo shoot as well. So looks like a great time. Emma Breezy is there too. So MomoCon doubled their space. Yeah, doubled their space from last year. And it looked like a good time. Everybody I met was wonderful. So go and give us some love, guys. Very, very cool. In other news, let's take a look here. We were talking about Newstubers. So I want to talk about some Newstuber drama. Oh, goodness gracious. And before we talk about it, who wants to guess which Newstuber we're going to talk about today? We're going to talk about Newstuber and some recent drama they got into. Let's dive into it. Which Newstuber do you think we're going to talk about today? We got Lydia, Salvi, Kazahana, Prima, Keemstar. Oh my god, no, hell no. That's right, guys. We're going to be talking about Prima. And, I think, I'm going to be very clear about this. I think very, very highly about Alara, one of the people that was somebody who worked for my computer company. You talked about some controversy going around. There's some of the people we work with, everything we've seen from you. Been very affirming, helpful to not only my company, but my friends as well. Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that. Look, I'm just going to tell you my opinion on it, right? Like, if I think it's bad, I'll tell you. If I don't think it's bad, I'll tell you that too. So chat, let's talk back up a little bit to 3 months ago. Most of you were here for this. I mean, do you remember us talking about this particular VTuber named The Morning VT? Well, this person actually got arrested for CSAM, guys. Literally arrested for child sexual abuse material. This was a really big story that I covered. This actually caused a lot of the VTuber blacklist kind of controversy, but definitely one of the worst people that I've definitely ever seen within this space. Literally got arrested. You can go and find their information, their arrest record, pictures, all that kind of stuff. Horrible, horrible stuff very, very questionable, things surrounding this person already. And then we got this. It was like, oh, hell no. Well, why are we talking about this? Well, this actually ties directly into Rima's controversy. So let's go take a look at this person here named Amy. I'm going to say Ray. I'm going to call him Ray because I don't know how to pronounce that. Ray. So here we go. They're very upset with Rima. Let's see if this has any type of, are they all baseless accusations, right? Yeah, leader, I talked about it for about 2 days. But here we have Ray who says, this is absolutely sickening, Rima. Even Star, not only did you put this behind paywall, but you treated this as a way to point fingers, accusing a cover-up from those who are friends with them. And to some of them, this isn't news. So Rima did a Patreon post of our upcoming video that says the hypocritical femboy VTuber who got arrested. So talking about Morning B, right? B Morning, sorry. You use other people's art without their permission. Never once did you talk to or interview any person you name drop that were deeply wounded by the situation because they genuinely trusted them. You also name drop and misgendered someone. Next time, go digging for the relevant news articles on them. Go interview people involved. Get the facts. This is absolutely sickening of you. I don't think I'll ever been so disappointed if you deeply upset some of my friends who are deeply involved with that said person. And that very much upsets me and upsets a lot more other people on deeper levels. The point they're literally throwing up. So let's talk about this for a second, right? So use other people's art without a permission. You name drop and misgendered somebody. So number one, guys, I don't know about this part. I'm gonna put this up on the shelf for now. But this part right here, I will tell you this. I do this too, guys. Sadly, I get it wrong. It happens, right? But knowing how Rima operates, this is something that you could reach out to her and let her know. And I promise she would be willing to fix it. I know Rima not very well, but I do know Rima. And I know that she would absolutely fix this. But never once did you talk to her, interview any person you name drop. They're deeply wounded by the situation because they genuinely trusted them. Let's talk about this again. If there is public information, you are not required to reach out or interview somebody unless you feel like the additional information is going to help with your coverage. You are not required to talk to or interview anybody from public information that is publicly available. I do not have to reach out to you and talk to you about a tweet you make. I do not have to reach out to you about public information to somebody that got arrested. This is literally a pointless, virtue signal right here. Virtue signal is not the right word. This makes no sense, right? Oh my God. Hey, you to reach out to me to get my permission. Nobody needs your permission to talk about public related stuff. And on top of that, nobody has to interview about it either. So, go interview people involved. Yes, you can do that and it's helpful. I like to do that from time to time, but I don't do that always, right? So this just feels very trying to virtue signal over something that is completely irrelevant, right? Now this part, I'll put this up on the shelf. Maybe Rima actually did something or whatever, right? And this could be removed as long as the person reaches out, right? I think that when we talk about Newstubers, right? Let's get this out of the way. People fucking hate Newstubers. Let's just be real, right? People do not like Newstubers. People do not like people talking about their issues, etc., right? But here's the thing. If it's public information and we're going to talk about stuff, right? We're going to have those conversations about stuff. Number one, it's public. And number two, people appreciate that coverage just as much as some people don't appreciate it, right? But number one, don't make it public if you're worried about it. Number two, people love to talk about this kind of stuff, not in let's just fiend over it, right? It's to talk about it so we learn together, right? It's to have a conversation and have a space where you guys can come to discuss these issues, right? Discuss what's going on, talk about it, protect yourself. Guys, this is somebody we need to talk about to protect yourselves from. This person fucking gets out of jail. You know what they look like. You can protect yourself. You can follow up on their accounts. This is important information. And for you to sit there and be like, oh, well, you didn't reach out to me, this and that. Nobody owes reaching out to you. You know what I mean? Nobody owes reaching out to you unless they feel like they need to. And if free information is out there, that's free information for anybody to talk about. If you don't want to talk about, don't put it out there, period, right? And I understand there's nuance in that statement. There's some stuff that, you know, maybe you don't want covered that you didn't put out, etc. But I know by my own personal ethics behind this, if I cover something, right, or I'm in the middle of covering something, and you reach out to me before, after, whatever, and you say, hey, Laura, I don't like this being covered. Can you take it down? Out of my own prerogative, my own moral code, I'm happy to do that. Do I owe that to you? Absolutely not, because it is free information. But I'm happy to do that, to be respectful. And I know for a fact, if something is misgendered or if there's like some art permission issues, I know for a fact that Rima would be happy to talk to you and resolve that. So instead of making a post like this, why didn't you reach out to them? Why are we constantly having this thing all the time where people have some issue and the first thing we do is post about it on Twitter? That is not the way. This is not the way. The opposite of the Mandalorian. Reach out to people and discuss it with them and have that conversation, because I promise you, we're more willing to listen than the perception that you project on us, right? If people have an issue in my coverage or want something taken out or this or that, I'm more than happy to discuss it with you. And I know that Rima would do the exact same thing, right? So Rima decides to address this, and she dropped quite a lot of receipts here, which, I mean, I don't expect any different here from Rima. So let's take a look at what Rima had to say about all this, guys.
First, let me address the Patreon situation. Content uploaded to my Patreon is not the finished product.
Yeah, absolutely.
Text overlays, censors, and other sound effects are added afterward before YouTube release. Patreon is specifically where supporters flag errors so they can be corrected, which I explicitly stated in the Patreon post itself.
Absolutely.
A big part of why I do this is because I want and encourage my patrons to watch the video and point out if I missed or need to fix something.
It's a good way to kind of like have a secondary check, right? But like, for instance, like I uploaded on my Patreon, I uploaded my Gameoverse reaction early, but the cut that's in there, guys, is different from the one that's going to go on YouTube. So sometimes you get exclusive content like that, right? It's not, you know, censored or has extra stuff in it. So that's a pretty common thing, let's be real. When did they reach out to Rima and said, okay, correct that, but then Vtuber said, okay, but next, but yeah, exactly. Like, they're saying that Rima needs to reach out to them, but they didn't reach out to her either.
Now let me show you an example of what not to do. The version being criticized here was obtained by someone blatantly recording paid content and redistributing it without transformation.
Love that!
This is something Ain and others have openly admitted to in their own replies.
Nice! Good job!
Below. That isn't fair use and is 100% content theft.
So somebody recorded her Patreon video and distributed it, right? Which again, that's paid content. That isn't fair use. That's a problem, right? So in your own virtue signaling, you actually harmed Rima by distributing paid for content.
On the artwork, every VTuber commentary video showcases its subject's visuals.
Yep.
Beamerning VT was a VTweeter with an OC but no L2D model, so we used a mix of artworks and photos he posted publicly on his own profile as placeholders.
Yeah, technically that would be fair use.
This falls under fair use for commentary. I've credited artists in the past as a gesture of good faith, but I'm in no way obligated to. This is a common misconception, and perhaps because of my previous kindness, it is now being weaponized against me.
Sadly, that's 100%
but you don't have to take
case.
my word for it. If you're uncertain, just ask a lawyer.
I wasn't really sure about the art part exactly, because I didn't know they were talking about just the PFP or, you know, whatever, right? But yeah, I mean, this totally makes sense, right? Like, that's totally fine. It's under fair use, but sadly, because probably she was kind of in the past, they've done that. So that kind of clears that up. So I put it up on the shelf, like I said, because I wasn't just sure what exactly the art part was about. So this makes a lot of sense. So again, I feel like Rima is very exonerated with this stuff as well. So let's continue.
Now, the defamation allegations.
Yeah, right.
The segment in question
Exactly,
covers
Rex.
community backlash against people associated with Beamerning VT who initially refused to share a news article about his arrest, citing concerns about doxing. It is not the focus of the video but a small segment. I clarified that sharing a news article about someone facing 5 felony charges is not doxing.
That's true.
Every word I attributed to them came directly from their own public statements, If they take issue with how those statements look when read back, that's a problem with the statements, not with the coverage. Accurately quoting someone is not defamation.
I think that chat 5 was it SEM instead of Sam. Child sexual abuse material on 5 counts of sexual exploitation. So it looks like both. But here's the thing, guys. What happens? This has happened to me. Do you guys remember that streamer I told you about that got mad about my coverage, and then I talked to them and I was like, oh, like, you know, I'll take it down or whatever, and then they continued to talk shit about me. Well, here's the thing, chat. This is a very common tactic that people do. They will make up some shit about when you cover something, and they'll be like, oh yeah, you defame me, this and that. You're causing all these issues for me, blah, 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 right? Which, don't get me wrong, I do know some coverage by certain people is not done with good intentions, right? I get that. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Just because you're part of a news coverage doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, right? You are now, I think they're more upset with the fact that they got covered and put into a news thing. But if you were so concerned about it, then why did you make a public statement to begin with? I'm sorry, it's all public information. If you're that upset about it, why did you make it in the first place? I think there's like this thing where people feel like they're owed some type of like, I don't know, like notification that they're going to be a part of some news article or some news coverage. It's public information. You should be more careful with what you post publicly. I'm sorry, guys. Like, if you don't want to be in a, you know, something covered, don't post about it. It's really that simple. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't sit there and be upset that somebody wants to read your public information. So this is a very common thing I've seen with people that gripe on Newstubers. They're like, oh, well, you didn't notify me, or you didn't interview me, or get your facts straight. Well, nobody's under any obligation to do that, right? Sometimes we just read what's there, and if we need extra information, you know, to clarify our stances, we'll do that. But otherwise, that's it. We don't owe you reaching out. We don't owe you a notification that we're using your public information. But people feel this way. A lot of people feel that way.
What's also being left out? I defended them. I noted that public statements are often peer-reviewed
exactly.
before release,
Like, I'm sure
that
Remus
the criticism they received
of course they're not
was
going to post that
disproportionate,
stuff.
and that the conversation had shifted away from a serious crime into a debate about doxing.
I wasn't even aware that
As
they
for
went
the
after
interview
the
claim,
people that outed that.
no commentator is obligated to interview every person whose public posts they
Thank
cover.
you. Thank you,
By that
Remus.
logic, I should be interviewing B from jail since the video is about him.
Right. Right.
The standard is accuracy and good faith, both of which I met. Every news article published on this case, plus the trial logs, was used during research or quoted in the video. The only update I didn't include was that B requested to attend his trial virtually, which was inconsequential to the content.
Here's the thing, guys. Rima does deep dives into news-related topics, right? So I'm not surprised by the thoroughness of Rima's coverage. And I think that for you to, you know, try to weaponize that she's covering a story, which, by the way, is a very important story. More people need to know about this person. The fact that you're weaponizing her coverage and trying to, I don't know, get it taken down or call out some kind of issue is ridiculous, because people do need to know about this particular person, right? On the name dropping, you making it sound like I'm doxing somebody. Are we seriously upset because I read out a Twitter username? Exactly. No, nobody's doxing you. Straight up being like, oh, you name dropped me. Well, you publicly put out information about it, so what are you mad about?
Why is Aine posting this when they weren't
Remus
even
is
in the
doing
video?
her job, her content.
Because Maloko Moon, who I presume is their friend, briefly joined my Patreon to watch the video, then left a comment saying they were upset about a pronoun error.
Sure, and that can
gender
be fixed.
fluid.
Yeah.
I apologized
Look,
and offered
and here
to
it is.
fix it.
I
I try my
apologize and I'm
best
gonna
and I
fix it.
might use wrong pronouns
We know
at
Rima
times.
would do that.
It happens, and if someone asks me to correct, it's also not a problem.
Absolutely.
I think it's fair, and I'm happy to accommodate people when I can. But do not
Absolutely,
demand that to
100%.
shake me down or accuse me of doing it on purpose. Talk to me like a human being and I will respond and work with you, but let me be clear. Just because I'm being courteous and agree to re-record that part does in no way mean that I owe you anything, that you get to hold that over my head or use it to extort me. I did it because that's how I want to operate.
And this, I mean, Rima's spitting facts here, I'm going to be honest. Like, nobody owes you anything, but I know Rima's heart, and I know her ethics, and I know that she would gladly change this, just as she said right here, right? This is how she operates, and I know that she would do that in a heartbeat, but it feels like people want to try to hold something over Newstuber because, oh, you didn't reach out to me for permission. Guys, you got to get over this fact. Nobody owes you anything, and nobody is required for permission to cover public stuff. Now, if you ask us, maybe, you know, before, after, whatever, you know, I'm willing to, listen, right? Because that's just how I want to operate. I understand, right? And that's my personal code of conduct, right? If somebody says, please don't cover this, I'll be like, okay, am I required to? No, but I do that because that's how I want to do things, right? Sarima goes on to say, in fact, it was only after I agreed to this correction that it revealed their real objection. Our friends were mildly criticized in the video they didn't want published on YouTube, which I think what it was is these people got criticized, and Rima did side with them, but because they were even mentioned in some kind of criticism, they're just like, oh, do whatever it takes to get this video taken down, which again is ridiculous.
What makes it super hard to take this at face value is that Maluko voted for this topic to be covered a month ago when I polled it.
Love that.
They knew the video would be monetized. They were fine with all of that, until the framing wasn't what they wanted. At that point, the position shifted from don't publish this to give us a cut of the profits. I'm sorry, but those two positions cannot coexist in good faith.
Absolutely.
SS below. I understand there's always going to be pushback from people featured in my videos. No one enjoys being criticized, even mild criticism, and it's easy to farm engagement from people who already dislike me. I get it.
Absolutely. Everybody's so willing to have something like, not everybody, but people are willing to have things talked about, but the second they get criticized on part of it, it all falls apart, right? So, and I feel like the intentions of these other parties were very clear. But let me ask you guys, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like Rima's in the wrong here? Do you feel like she's in the right? What do you guys think? Yeah, what's your thoughts about all this? We're going to read the last part.
But let's be honest about what's happening here. This video covers a person who was in this community and is now facing 5 felony charges related to child sexual abuse material against Norse. That is the subject. Every attempt to redirect this conversation toward art credits, a pronoun error I already offered to fix, or whether I owe a payout to people who voted for the topic, is, at best, a distraction.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's an effort to make covering this kind of story more trouble than it's worth so that no one does it. You can keep threatening to copy strike me. Keep coordinating backlash with your friends. I won't be guilt-tripped out of reporting on it.
Good, and you shouldn't, because this news is important to talk about and get that out there. So let's go look at these screenshots. The thing is, Rima's so far behind the topic that more news articles updating their child come out. She blatantly chose not to do any research. Even Elara did write in her news coverage when she covered it immediately with very little information. What? Rima's no excuse. She owes the people she's defaming and stealing art from an apology. If it were up to me, I'd say she owes them a cut of her profits from this. What? Wait, time out. What did I do that was really any different? I didn't make a video about it. Yeah, I just didn't make a video about it. What are you talking about? I did censor that person's face, but I covered everything else. I'm so confused. But again, saying things like this, Rima's no excuse. She owes the people she's defaming. Well, she's not defaming you and owes them a cover of profits. That's a ridiculous notion. Absolutely ridiculous notion. You didn't put any work into this video. You didn't do anything. You made a public tweet that was featured in the video, and you're upset about that. Let's see. We have Milu, who says, I'm here to say I'm highly displeased by this video. You used the wrong pronouns of me. Use she, her, barely, they, them. I do not condone this. So again, Netsumi Rima says, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'll record it with the right pronouns to re-edit as part of apologies. And I said no issue, but also questioning how we didn't want to post the article is not a good shape. I get, what article? If it's public information, it doesn't matter if you don't want it. It's still public information. I get it can be confusing, but a lot of us process this in a painful way. Plus, of also similarities remain in a discreet manner. I'm really comfortable with the idea of this going to YouTube, as I fear my fellow streamers would have their wounds open again. You're taking your personal feelings about it I'm letting it cloud the fact that, number one, this information is important to get out of there. But number two, Rima worked really hard to create this video, right? I'm sorry you're not comfortable with public information being shared, but that's ridiculous. Of course, Ray says, we actually didn't pay. It was recorded by someone involved and keeping tabs and showed us because we're involved. So again, somebody recorded it. Again, they broke. They went against Rima right there with that as well. She got no money from us, and yes, and paid wall because she put up on our Patreon. First, to be able to pay her to watch it before released on YouTube. Okay, and what's wrong with that? She made all that content. Absolutely a case of her defaming others and stealing other people's paid comms without permission. So, because she used someone's artwork that they made of this person in her video, she's stealing other people's paid comms without permission. What kind of fucking sense does that even make? Oh, don't feature a picture anywhere, guys, because you're using this without permission, and you're gonna need to make sure that you pay them. Like, I can understand a very small point. Maybe it's some kind of very specialized paywalled stuff, right? But this is a fucking Twitter PFP. What are you talking about? The thought process is insane. Of course, also a month ago, you can see Milu that I'm voting for the video of B-Morning as one of his former associates. I'm hoping our voices were affected of his actions get heard. So in this one, you want your voices to be heard, but now you don't. Very backwards. That's cool. Thanks for reopening wounds again, free to get monetization. I saw the vid and it was the one who suggested not post article. So here's the thing, right? Anybody that talks about this is now apparently reopening wounds. So me talking about this, am I causing emotional damage to you because I'm reopening the wounds because I mention it? I'm sorry, but I'm sorry things happen to you. I genuinely am very, very sorry, but you need to understand, people are going to talk about this. People are going to have discussions about it forever and ever. Of course, Jay says, hi, everybody, big important post. I'm cutting ties with B-Morning. It's come to my attention today, B was arrested for all of this stuff here. I will not be doxing the report, but I can say the reports are publicly available online. So they even said it's all available online. They're not going to dox a person, but it's all available online. I mean, what did Rima not... What did Rima fuck up on here, chat? I really feel like that... Again, I know Rima's heart very well, and I feel like that her code of conduct, her ethics, and her morals are very high. She's not going to just randomly do some shit to stomp on people, right? I think a lot of time people weaponize her intentions against her a lot. But what's crazier too is this post that was unavailable is this right here. This person deleted their post because they realized that they were wrong. Now, what I will add to this, of course, down in the comments is, Jay reaches out and says, hey, I didn't want the art of me and that person I commission used because I don't like the fact that somebody so deplorable was given a platform through me and that I supported them. I tried to wait for the video to be released before speaking publicly because I assume there's miscommunication, wanted to see what happened myself in your video. Because what I have been told is that my responses are critique. Despite my struggle with dyslexia, I deem you personally to what you never replied to try and clarify between the two of us and told fellow people involved in the exposing of B that I did not want anything posted on Twitter yet until I heard an updates from you or saw the video myself. So I did reach out and say, hey, I've been informed that an image including me has been used in a video regarding that person beat. Thank you for spreading awareness about the situation, but please don't use my image videos as I sever ties to that person and do not like having association with them. So, I mean, again, this is something that Rima's not obligated to do, but she will probably do just to be kind, right? Because that's a person that she is. I do not never have condoned their actions. Learning about the situation has affected me deeply. I wish to be as far away from it as possible. Basically, Sin, a bunch of people are going after Rima for just covering news, and they're mad that their public information is being covered. This I'm messaging you to clarify the parts of the video. First, we did not talk together to make the same tweet. I only talked to my mod team on Discord server, so we can just kind of clarifying some information here about some things, right? Rima just going to say, sorry to catch this late. It fell into spam, but I just deemed you back. I know worries I was able to issue a reply whenever you're available. So, seems like they're talking and working it out, which, fantastic. We love to see that shit. We love to see that shit, right? This is why I love Rima, right? Because not only is she trying to report on stuff, dive into it in, a ethical way, but she's also willing to, if some people maybe aren't happy or comfortable with something, she'll make concessions, right? And not that she's obligated to do so, but she's doing it because she cares. And that's why we love Rima. So ultimately in this situation, guys, I feel like all of these people are absolutely trying to weaponize things against Rima, her good intentions. Mad that there's public information out there getting covered about them. There's a slight criticism, and because of that, they want the video taken down. Well, I'm sorry. Newsflash, public information is freely able to be covered. We don't have to reach out to you to notify you that or give you information. There's a lot of stuff out there that falls under fair use. And if you don't like it, then don't put it out there. That's it. Of course, Rima did do like a whole ass stream covering this. We're not going to watch the stream just because it's very, very long.
Okay.
It's about 2 hours. But I encourage you to go check it out if you want to go and support Rima. Rima's another Newstuber. She does deep dives on YouTube. So if you want to go check it out, go watch that full stream. I'm sure there's extra context. But, I mean, again, people with some of the reactions like this, keep my name out of your mouth unless you talk to me and know how I feel. When I went through making my post for you, I thought I left this behind me. Horrible time of my life, and I don't like it being brought up in some drama tuber BS. Then we talk with the people involved and uses our without permission. This is a huge deflection from the entirety of the issue. Number one, nobody has to reach out to you. We can talk about you all day about public posts that you made. Number two, I'm sorry that you went through that, but you're acting like anybody that ever talks about this is committing a crime against you, which is, again, ridiculous. On top of that as well, saying, using art without permission. Most of this stuff falls under fair use. But if Rima's talking to the other person, then that's being resolved. Nobody has to talk with anybody that's involved. Is it good to? Sure, absolutely. If you need extra contacts or want to do interviews, absolutely here. But I really, as a Newstuber as well, this is not the first time that I've seen this, and it won't be the last. I know Rima's dealt with this. It won't be the last. I've dealt with this. It won't be the last. This is just... I don't understand why people do this, right? They have this huge issue. Yeah, exactly. Do you want to live in a bubble where nothing bad is ever said ever about stuff? Like, this is an important issue. I would argue that the more this is talked about, the better, right? If you are sitting there on the platform of, oh yeah, I thought I left this behind me. I don't like it being brought up. Well, the more it's brought up, actually, the better to inform people and to protect themselves. So, I truly and honestly believe Rima did no wrong here. The art stuff, it looks like she's settling, so I see no wrong here. So I hope that, again, Rima's able to move past this. It's not going to be the last time she deals with it, and I hate to say that just because people have this stance, chat. You probably don't understand this, but people have this stance, these ones that we've seen, all the time against Newstubers. I deal with it all the time, chat. So let me ask you, do you think that Rima did wrong? Yes or no? And I also love to ask you, how do you feel about people like this? How do you feel about the people that try to weaponize certain things against people who just want to have a conversation in good faith? Yeah, how do you feel about that? Yeah, you become a slap drama tuber the moment that you say something you don't like. Exactly. Like, I've stated my instances on how I feel about Cinder. I've had a lot of people, be like, oh, you're a slap tuber because you don't agree with how Cinder did stuff. Yeah, I don't agree with how Cinder did stuff. That doesn't mean my coverage is poor. You can disagree with stuff and still treat each other with respect. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, and trust me, I don't expect to stop them, but I want to make it clear of the issues that a lot of us deal with in the Newstubing space, guys. We're constantly just told we suck or for whatever reason we're slap tubers, but, especially with Rima where she does deep dives, she puts in tons of hours of research. I put in research for my live shows, but, I wouldn't even say it's probably even close to the level she does, ultimately, right? So, I have a lot of respect for her for that reason. Oh, of course, Crow, of course. Didn't Mizu show up in one of Rima's live streams and try to be like, oh, you're wrong about how you feel about Cinder? Like, imagine being so unprofessional. You show up in somebody's live stream to try to argue your points about how you disagree with their video while it's premiering. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I mean, am I surprised that it's from Misu? No, of course not, but I don't know. I'm not here to talk about Misu today. You know, it's a waste of my time, and it's certainly a waste of your time. So let's continue, guys. I do want to talk about just a little bit of a follow-up here to the whole, off-Kai fanslate thing. So this is really funny to me. This is really, really funny to me because, yeah, some people are just contrarians on purpose to maintain relevancy. Absolutely. So Fifi actually went on to talk about this. Hate to break it to you, everybody, but VTuber orgies have been going on for many years at every con. You'd be surprised the amount of VTuber creator orgies and cons I've been invited to. My advice, don't ever go to one. These aren't exclusive to the VTuber community. There's so many orgies at anime cons, guys. I've already confirmed this for you. This is absolutely real, by the way. But it's really funny because people don't think it's real. Candace goes on to say, I actually walked in on a con orgy once, and the male-to-female ratio was abysmal. So, like, I don't understand why people are surprised this happens. Like, the original tweet that was talking about, like, VTuber orgies at off-Kai, people are, like, losing their mind. I'm like, that happens everywhere, right, guys? Like, crazy, dude. Another news as well, Silvervale did give us a bit of an update about her brother's passing. Silvervale says, thank you for all your support. Messages have been so lovely. It means so much to my mom and I. And for those wondering, I'm still going to Europe. Mom says the distraction will be good for me and to see my girls. I've been in bed every day, so she might be right. I know so many of you spent your hard-earned money on plane tickets and hotels to see me, and I don't want to disappoint you. Can't promise I'll be able to be there the whole time. Not breaking down, but I want to try. I want to be strong for you. So, off-Kai is a VTuber convention, so I'm really wishing her all the best. Yeah, just with her brother passing, it's so tough, dude. It's so tough. I mean, on a personal note, guys, I don't know if Aya would... I don't know if Aya really knows this, but if you guys don't know, Aya's brother passed away a few years ago, and from somebody looking on the outside in on how that's affected her over the years, it's hard. It's just sad. It sucks, and I can't relate exactly, right? Because, of course, I haven't lost my brother, and I can't relate to Silvervale in that way, but I have seen how it affects people, and I really hope the best for her on this. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. So I'll go give Silvervale some love, guys. She certainly needs it, especially right now. And some other news, guys. I do want to talk about Game Boy Jones, who actually made a tweet back in May 2nd, 2026, asking for a mashup from Ironmouse with this song. I believe it's Jackpot with Ironmouse's Crybaby. Take a listen, guys. This is cute. Yes, it's cute. So I kind of like the idea of the mashup, right? Wouldn't that be really cool if it actually came true, chat? Well, guess what? Your dreams just came true because it did come true. That's right. Game Boy Jones tweeting out the Cry for Me Jackpot mashup is officially out with Ironmouse. This is really cool. Yeah, this is really cool mashup. So go check it out, guys. Very nice. Love to see two worlds kind of collide like that. Very cool. In other news, guys, this was a tweet out by Naki. I didn't really know where to put this in news. I thought I might cover this in IRL news, but came from a VTuber, so let's go take a look. Naki tweeting out, hey Steam, can you explain why you started allowing such games to be uploaded on your platform? I understand you want to support people's creativity, but this is ridiculous. You see, this exists in the same game. The description is disgusting. Makes me sick to my stomach. So let's go take a look here. Plantation Simulator. All right, so you got some rich southern looking guy. Okay. Plantation Simulator is a simple farming simulator where you motivate workers to pick your crops, maintain a beautiful farm by repairing fences to keep workers focused, choose multiple crops to grow, enhance upgrades to maximize your success. Okay, well, I've seen very similar games, a little eyebrow raising, but here's the part, chat, where we just go down the fucking drain. What's your content description in this game? All right, let me see if I can make this smaller somehow. You guys can see it. In this game, you will be to keep your farm productive. If you whip your black person too much, they will die. What, Steam, why the fuck are you allowing this racist ass game on your platform? Like, what the actual fuck? Yeah, it's literally just a full fucking paragraph of fucking racism, dude. And it's still on Steam. I checked this morning, guys. Absolutely wild. So I didn't know where to put this again because I was kind of like, hey, it's IRL news, but it's also from a VTuber. So I want to let you know about it, guys. I hope we never see other games like this, but this is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, guys. Crazy. Oh, shit. Shield mode mods. Okay, we got it. Thank God, Siri bot. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's okay, Siri bot. Wait, we're good. We're good. Siri bot. Siri bot got us. Let's go. Oh my God. Yeah, we're good. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the bot rate is real here. So, thank God for Siri bot. Thank God, mods. Thank you so much. I mean, this isn't even borderline, though, Darkstone Master. That's just fucked up. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Sorry about that. In other news, I do have an update for you about Fillion, although it's very, very small. Freeman tweeting out, this is odd. About 12 days ago, the ARG channel in Fillion's Discord is gone. The mods don't seem to know why. Now we started seeing empty messages from an imposter Fillion channel, both in my chat and in Pippa's chat. What happened to the ARG is never solved. Will Fillion never return? Guys, this is a little kind of tinfoil hat, but the mods are saying we don't know what is going on in regards to the ARG, nor we make the decision to take it down. Of course, you also have this random, let me make it smaller so you can see it. You have this random Fillion is lost, chat member in Pippa's chat. You also have, wait, where's, wait, no, please, guys, no! No! You have the Fillion one up here as well, so kind of seems could just be somebody LARPing to kind of have some fun. Could be actual legit. We don't know, guys, but very, very interesting overall. Guess we'll see what happens with this. I mean, again, very tinfoil hat. Maybe just a copycat, but nonetheless, that's all I got for you guys. The ERG is like it's kind of like it's like a puzzle, basically. It's like a fan puzzle that Fillion allegedly created for you to find out information. That's kind of all we know. In other news, guys, kind of a big update here about Saba. And unfortunately, guys, it's not good. I kind of want to say I saw the signs in this. I just didn't want to assume. But Saba went on to say, small update preceding larger-ish update. My health is not good. I've got a chronic illness and it's not getting better. I will eventually, but it's not right now. I'm really tired. I'll talk about it more soon, but it makes me emotional, so please forgive me. I want to give you a heads up that I'll be pausing memberships on May 25th. I want to say thank you for choosing to support me, even in my absence. So guys, she is pausing memberships. That does seem like she's gonna be away for a bit. I'll be making a tweet in the coming days explaining things to everybody else. I know I've touched on my health here and there. This quiet period was just a result of feeling the worst I ever had. So again, I wish Saba all the best. I'm hoping everything's okay with her, but that's really, really rough. Really, really rough. So she's going to be stepping away, guys. Seems like, for a while here. So wish her all the best. In other news, guys, I want to go check in here with AT&T. Yes, the phone company, AT&T. That tweeted out, Bungalators, I have claimed AT&T and it is ours now. Well, it looks like the Burnt Peanut did a collab with, of course, AT&T. Now, I can't go look at the quote retweets because there's a lot of prawn in there, but, yeah, this definitely got some very mixed replies. If you scroll through here, Ravina says, oh, yuck. There are a lot of positive, kind of, tweets in here, right? But let me tell you, if you look at the hidden replies, guys, let me see if I can find some because there was a bunch of just, like, really weird ones. So if you go look at the hidden replies, yeah, guys, they are absolutely, Yeah, people are not really happy about this. People going to say, not a good collab. This dude sucks. The fuck? You know, people talking about them leaking personal data. As a new customer, this makes you want to go back to Verizon. Of course, you know, the AT&T people hiding most of these replies. This actually got so bad, chat. This got to the point where AT&T had originally adjusted their picture to be of the burnt peanut. Actually ended up changing it back to their regular one, just because of the backlash. So I know a lot of people don't like burnt peanut. I'm not like the biggest fan either. But yeah, this got real bad. This was the original one. And of course they ended up changing it back because everybody just was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, everybody was like, why? And it seems like such a weird partnership, you know? I don't get it. So anyway, that's what happened here with the burnt peanut. Kind of interesting overall. However, chat, I do want to talk about another thing that happened here recently. And this is with our very lovely queen of VTubing, Ironmouse. That is right. So let's go take a look here at Azur Lane, who is releasing a new character called Prince Mortis, the P-Class Heavy Cruiser, super rare Iron Blood. So as you can see here, Ironmouse made a joke tweet. What retweet it says, can't believe I'm going to officially be in Azur Lane. You know, having fun, joking about it. It kind of looks like Ironmouse a little bit. Very cute. I like this, right guys? So, you know, some people are like, you know what's happening from actually partying with you? Prince Mousy, she's perfect. Congratulations on turning German. Oh my god, congratulations. You know, some people were confused, but overall, I think you could read this and tell it's a joke, right? Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if you did collab with Azur Lane. Already announced a character similar to you. So, seems like good news, right? All good fun, all good nice things, right? Well, sadly, chat, guess what happened? Yeah, no, people decided to try to swing at Mousy for this. In a now deleted tweet, which pretty much summarizes the entirety of this. This game has AI. Show the outrage you showed at NTE. Are we still on this? You do realize that the NTE situation was completely different than her quote retweeting a Azur Lane fucking picture of a character. You're like, oh, how dare you not get immediately mad about this situation because it has AI in it. You have like, what? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if Azur Lane has AI in it. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but that has nothing to do with the fact that why would she be all pissy at it over a situation that is a apples to oranges comparison? Like, what? Literally, like, if Azur Lane makes funny character that looks like her, she makes funny tweet about it. That doesn't mean that she's, like, playing it right now. On top of that, you know, her and her marketing team were lied to about the inclusion of AI about Azur Lane. Dude, it's such an apples to orange comparison. Oh, you better show your outrage. Like, what do you mean? There's nothing to be outraged about, dude. Absolutely insane. And I love this person deleted their tweet, but I felt like it encapsulated a lot of the situation as a whole around Ironmouse. People just always trying to find some problem with her, man. Again, you can see right here from, you know, saying F off, you performative circus rat. I mean, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So people continue to hate on Ironmouse just because she made a funny joke about an Azur Lane character that kind of looks about her. Ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. People have absolutely no chill. It's sad. It's really, really sad. Hate to see, guys. I told her to go hit the gym. Oh my god, go touch grass, get off the phone. Exactly. This is a get off the internet moment, guys. Like, just why do you care so much? Wild. So one of my final topics I want to hop into, guys, is what's going on here recently with a huge culture war of not safe for work versus safe for work, guys. So if you guys remember, I talked about this in my prior coverage. Offkai is having Fansly as a sponsor for Offkai. Now, a lot of people lost their mind about this. Let's go see if we can find some quote retweets. Yeah, so like Chibi Review says, there's little children at these events that you were allowing unattended. What are you doing? This is a very gross decision. people were talking about, it sparked a lot of controversy, et cetera, right? People were saying like, oh, like, yeah, F a fan raffle incoming. Well, guys, you gotta understand that when they do these types of things, right? They curtain them off, they check IDs. It's not like there's just like a naked VTuber dancing in front of your face, right? This is a ridiculous notion to say so. I think that you haven't been to a con, so maybe it's a bit of a like shock for you, but this stuff is very much protected and made sure that minors cannot interact with it. If you've ever been to an anime con, you've seen this shit quite a lot, right? So we talked about this in prior coverage. I'm not going to rehash everything I talked about, but this has caused a lot of people to talk about this particular safe for work versus not safe for work, right? So here we have things from like Ego that says, I know it's hard for people to believe, but Offkai is not the first convention to have sponsored or displayed 18 plus content. Many conventions already have this with protocols like 18 plus areas with security and ID checks, after-hour panels, wristbands or visual markers for adults, restricted access areas and additional moderation. Protocols already exist to reduce minors entering spaces with explicit materials. I know you want to be on the more high ground, Saba, but sorry to break it to you. Protecting minors is not a unique position. Nobody wants minors in 18 plus spaces, exactly. But even still, Mista, quick question: were you upset? What? Wait. Wait a second. Hold on. Wasn't there an adult area at the front of Offkai last year as well? I'm like 90% sure that that's true. What was it called? It wasn't FAQ. It was something else. DAF or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. They don't have it on here. That's okay. Now, it's all good. It's all good. So, like, I know that we looked at another instance. Since I can't find the one, I'll give you another example. So, there was another con that it was in a regular, like, kind of like exhibitor hall space that was Bad Dragon. They had to set up an exhibitor hall, but they also curtained their stuff up as well. So, even being an exhibitor hall to me is not even a problem as long as there is stuff in place to make sure that minors cannot interact with it. But I agree with this very much. This isn't a unique position. Nobody wants minors in 18 plus spaces anyway, right? And there are steps that are obviously being taken to make sure this kind of stuff doesn't happen, right? Of course, also, Runekeeper says, let's be honest here, parents are signing a form to allow their underage children to attend a convention without a parent or guardian. The parents are the problem. And I agree with that. Why the fuck do we have a con where parents are allowed 13 to 17-year-olds to walk around a con without, some kind of supervision? That's crazy to me. This convention does not advertise to minors. They advertise to VTubers. VTubers is inherently an 18-plus space, right? VTuber space has never been child-friendly. It is adults who get to have anonymity online. This is not a safe space for children to interact. Parents need to police where they're letting their children do and participate in. Parents are responsible for their children, so either A, don't attend the con with their children, exactly, or B, you're going to take your child to a con, check the content of the con beforehand. Make sure you avoid things you don't want them to participate in. Thank you. I love this. Or C, don't sign a form allowing your underage child to attend a convention without parental guidance. Agreed, 100%. 100%. Our response to that post from Rune is, how do you confirm the parents signed in the first place? I mean, I guess they give it to the con. They probably received some kind of like wristband for that. That's probably like the normal type of procedure, right? But, also in the other line of this, we have like Milky. She says, Offkai Fansley situation is kind of insane. I think they made a mistake approving that sponsor, mostly because of the fact young adults and teens being present in a conventional gender area would make sense if the sponsor was approved for the after night Offkai. And again, like, Omega Unicorn says, this is the point most people are missing. They can have all the 18 plus content that they want, but just don't display in the general area that kids can be. All they have to do is make a certain area section up on closed doors just for 18 plus. Well, that's literally exactly what they're doing. It's just curtains. That's literally it. So they're actually fulfilling exactly what you want, right? Like, they are doing that. I will say that for Offkai, my only concession that I had mentioned was, for Offkai specifically, if you're gonna make a post like this, you need to understand that people are not gonna take this well. Like, you need to be able to empathize and predict how audiences are gonna receive this, right? So you should have been a lot more clear up front. It's gonna be sectioned off. It's gonna have ID checks, things like that. You could have avoided all of the controversy had you been more upfront about it and more transparent, right? I feel like they definitely shot themselves in the foot in that regard, but because they're asking for people to have nuance on Twitter. That's the problem, right? Of course, this does kind of continue here. Pseudo says, so the whole fancy Offkai situation has sparked a lot of controversy. Yes, I have a fancy. I started posting lingerie and cosplay photos of myself, and honestly, I've never felt more empowered as a woman. I don't personally make new content, but I fully support my peers who do. Yeah, your body's your choice.
Sex workers already participate in common sense rules and regulations. This includes Offkai/Fansly. That is too much legal/financial trouble to have to deal with the city's laws, the vendors' contracts,
they don't think about that,
and public backlash outside of the small conversation on Twitter.
They don't think about that.
This is way too much blown out of proportion.
Yeah, they don't think about any of that, though. When they make their posts about it, right? It becomes like, I don't know. I don't want to say performative because I don't want to assume people's intentions, but I think that they tried to. I guess they blow it up. They think that their virtues, their morality is correct, but like they don't bother to dive deeper for the facts, right?
What's been disappointing is seeing how quickly some people resort to dehumanizing others over it.
Yeah, and that's
I've
what's so
worked
fucked up.
professionally in this industry for 12 years. I still actively work with major public-facing brands and companies. I recently landed a K-pop Demon Hunters collaboration.
Man, that's awesome!
I've worked with Nike, Blizzard, major PC brands, musicians, DJs, and countless companies through B2B contracts and creative partnerships.
That's awesome.
Posting controlled content on a separate platform does not suddenly erase someone's professionalism, humanity, or accomplishments.
Exactly.
A lot of people are reacting emotionally without actually understanding how conventions, public spaces, or content restrictions work.
Exactly, bro. I wish I could like scream from the skies above because I'm nodding my head so much. I'm like,
visibility
yes!
alone does not automatically make something inappropriate for all ages. If you walk into a gas station and see condoms, sex lubricants, alcohol, cigarettes, or lottery tickets visible, does that suddenly mean children are banned from entering gas stations? I made a comparison to a
bookstore the other day.
Of course not.
For explicit content.
Society already understands the difference between something existing in a public environment versus directly exposing minors to explicit material. The same applies to conventions. Comic-Con, Anime Expo, BlizzCon, and countless anime/gaming conventions have had suggestive cosplay,
yeah, there's always
mature
been
jokes,
suggestive stuff
and
in anime
revealing
conventions,
artwork
right?
throughout Artist Alley for years. That is not the same thing as openly displaying explicit 18+ sexual content.
The other thing too is like if you're so concerned about like your kid or whatever being exposed to like this suggestive like material and stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you anime cons are not the place for you because anime in itself is inherently there's a lot of suggestive and explicit themes or even moments, right? Fan service. Like, think about it this way. Like, if you're watching Naruto, right? And like the first couple episodes of Naruto, there's the one where he does the shadow clone jutsu as a naked woman, right? I mean, some people, that might be the line for them, right? Like for some really generalized, well-known animes, there's moments like that, right? So I think as a parent, you have to decide what you're okay with exposing your kid to, but I think also at the same time, like people that are screaming, oh, you're exposing them to explicit content. Well, that's not the case. It might be like suggestive stuff, but also at the same time, this is so true. We understand the difference between things that already exist in a public environment versus exposing them to it, right? There's such a big difference.
Even brands like Bad Dragon have appeared on expo floors in controlled ways at Comic Cons and others.
Yep.
Anything genuinely explicit must legally be restricted,
I just picked Naruto because that was like
within
a very
designated
common big one.
18+ areas. You cannot openly display pornography in public because that would
so why would
subject
they be
people to
subject to any
explicit
different?
material without consent, which falls under public indecency laws.
Do you really
So
think the
yes,
Offkai's just going to
you
go
might
out there and
see
break a bunch of
revealing
laws?
outfits, suggestive art, or a Fansly logo at a convention. That does not suddenly make the entire event unsafe or inherently explicit.
Yep.
A child would not even know what a sponsor logo means unless an adult explains it to them in the first place.
Yeah, that's kind of
true.
true.
And are just as exposed using the internet in general.
Yep, this is not some sudden collapse of convention culture because fans sponsor an event. These spaces have always contained varying levels of mature themes while still operating within legal boundaries and convention rules. Again, to add to the gas station scenario as well, if you walked into a Barnes & Noble right now, guys, if you look hard enough, you will find explicit material somewhere in there, whether it's a manga or an adult book that anybody can freely access, right? Suggestive, at worst, right? Not to personally like adult content or support it, but treating creators like they're lesser humans for participating in it, where the conversation loses its humanity and argument, in my opinion. And I cannot agree with this anymore. This is such a fantastic take on the entirety of all this, and I feel like just everybody losing their minds about
elementary school
not
at some
safe for
point
work is
already have
ridiculous.
sex education in the curriculum.
Yeah, true.
There are already parents that unfortunately let their kids go see R-rated movies with them at some point. Again, kids should be protected, but some parents choose to decide what their kids want to see.
I think also, like, there is a burden to make sure that you're not exposing children, minors, to explicit content, right? There's always that moral burden. It's not even like a burden. I just say it's a moral obligation, right? You should not be doing that, period. You know what I mean? But the thing is like, we already understand, as this says, the difference between what already exists in a public environment versus just like putting it in your face, right? There's such a difference. But I think that people just screaming that not safe for work is ruining the space is a ridiculous notion. People make different types of content. Here we have people like Toxie that says OnlyFans and Bansley are quietly ruining the VTuber space. What started as creative anime avatars, gaming, singing, and fun personalities is turning into softcore pipeline. New VTubers debut with heavy not safe for work models, immediately push subs, PPV, and new content that are building actual streaming skills or lore. Here's the thing. Your perception of VTuber is tied to creative anime avatars and building actual streaming skills or lore. When both can exist simultaneously and still be respected in their own spaces, you're actually suppressing the importance of another side of VTubing, which is adult and not safe for work. And I'll share with you something else as well. I have seen some of the not safe for work stuff that people like Ibiko or Vexoria does. And guys, that shit is just as creative as regular safe for work creators. The cute idol waifu culture that made VTubing special, getting drowned in low-effort Coomer bait. Talented safe for work creators get outpaced by those who just sell thighs and moans. Fair to entry job from being entertaining to have a sexy model OnlyFans link in bio. Audience is shifting to. What proof do you have for this, by the way? Yeah, I would love to see the proof behind this, by the way, because I'm gonna be honest. I know lots of people who are do like not safe for work stuff, and they're struggling, or they can't even reach the levels of some safe for work creators or just talented people in general, right? And not to say that not safe for work people aren't talented, but I mean, as somebody that's in the space that does consultation work, this is just a sentence that has no meaning. Real fans who love the hobbyist energy are like, real fans. Oh, okay, so yes, I understand that you might not like the Gooner type fans, right? But if that's what they like, and there's an audience for that, and a way to fulfill that, why are you so upset about that? Oh, you're not a real fan. Like, dude, everybody has different tastes. Everybody has different fucking tastes. I have no idea, Trashy. Everybody has different tastes. Why are you so upset about that? A real fan. So, because they're not a purist, cute idol waifu. So wait a second. So what does that make me? As somebody that's not traditional, right? Because I'm a Newstuber. Does that make me low effort? Does that make me not talented? Real fans who love the hobbyist energy are leaving. Hobbyist energy replaced by people treating every VTuber like premium cam girls with extra steps. Again, a ridiculous notion. VTubing is becoming less about virtual performance, more about virtual OnlyFans with better production value. So here's the other part too. So you're telling me that you can't have a virtual performance as an OnlyFans creator, and you're probably mad too that people make IRL content. Like, I really dislike this Puritan, like, viewpoint of VTubing. They're like, oh, it's changed, it's horrible. Well, guess what? Cultures fucking change. Like, things change in this space. That make... What? Yeah, I don't know this person at all. Things change in our space. Things evolve all the time. For you to sit there and be like, oh, well, it's not what it used to be, right? Yeah, it's not, and it never will be. And that's okay. It's okay to be okay with that, too. But I think that if you're so upset about not safe for work related stuff, well, let's not even talk about VTubing. Let's talk about anything, right? Almost every bit of some type of content creation has a not safe for work side as well. And
For
they are
context
just
and
as
relevancy
deserving
to
of
the
their success
conversation,
as
I
safe
thought
for work creators.
FE at first was just Gooner bait. But if you actually pay attention,
exactly.
she is very business savvy and well coordinated. I like paying attention to her to learn in this space.
This also...
How you conduct yourself matters.
This also speaks very ill of people like... I'm just using Ebiko and Vex because they come to mind, but... you know, speaking very ill of them who are very talented creators on both sides as well. So you're almost taking away or talking about how their talents are not worthwhile overall because they create not safe for work related stuff. So things like this is kind of, I don't know. It really just, I look at it, I'm like, it's kind of disappointing, I guess, for people to be so upset that people make OnlyFans content, you know? Oh, Guilty says, oh, this person. Okay, so this person has some kind of history. I'm not familiar with them, but and here's the thing, even if somebody wants to be just a cam girl or make not safe for work content, more fucking power to you. Why does it matter so much? If you don't like it, don't interact with it. Like, it's that easy. Like, if you don't like it, just move along with your life. So again, I see this Puritan viewpoint of VTubing quite a lot, but you know, the thing is like, we are now just hitting about a decade of true VTubing, right? Not even. So I would argue that the culture has never even been established yet. So your perception is subjective. It's your own, right? The culture has not been written in history books yet for you to be like, oh, well, you know, the cute idol waifu culture. Well, that's not even always been the case either with VTuber culture, right? Like, what about the hags? Like, what about the hag culture that's part of VTubing now? We have like things like Peko Mama that have literally created the mom hag culture behind VTubing. There's so much that I could sit here and probably nitpick about this entirety of this whole statement here, right? But you're seeing the barrier to entry drop. Yes, the barrier to entry is dropped, but that's because we have more accessibility with models like, you know, pre-mades and things like that. I wouldn't say that has anything to do with being entertaining or having a sexy model. I think it's just, I think being able to get a pre-made model and make what you want at a lower price point versus a custom is available now. So, I don't know. I've been around, so I have a very deep thoughts about how VTubing is in the culture of VTubing, because people sit there and cry about, oh, the culture of VTubing is dying. Like, yeah, VTubing is so diverse, right? It's so expansive. For you to cry this very Puritan idealism is a bit ridiculous. I would love to see some numbers behind this, too. You know, new VTubers debut with heavy Nazi word models, immediately push subs. I'm going to be honest, out of all the people we covered today that are coming up, I don't think any of them were not safe for work creators, by the way. So, I mean, if you got some proof on this, you know, pass it on. But just because people are developing a skill set outside of traditional VTubing doesn't mean that they're not developing a skill set or lore. Dude, VTubers, like, I understand that some people like lore, but not every VTuber likes lore. So to be like, oh, you have to build lore to be a VTuber, that's a ridiculous notion as well. Crazy. I mean, even have moments here from people clearly trying to garner clout, where like, you know, Froggy makes, you know, a post here. Let's go take a look here. That says, I hot take apparently, but I think VTubers who are taking sex work are just as valid as other creators who are CISO. Shoving hate down their throats isn't making anything better. And this person goes on to talk about, I disagree. Honest traditional values should be reflecting your work, expression, art. So you can agree to disagree, whatever, right? But this person actually went on to say addressing the whole situation with Froggy, who sexually harassed me. Sexually harassed you? Well, what did they do? What exactly did Froggy do? They posted a picture of their boobs. What? You know, they said this and she said, "Ooh, do my boobies scare you?" Clearly trying to garner some kind of clout. Like, I understand it. You have very traditional values, and you know that's yours. You're allowed to keep those. But let's not stretch words here to say that I'm getting fucking, you know, sexually harassed. What? Now we're just spreading misinformation. Yeah. So this whole not safe for work, you know, safe for work conversation has been very interesting, chat. It's definitely spread as quite a cultural battle over on Twitter, but I would love to hear from all of you. How do you feel about not safe for work creators? Do you have a problem with them? Do you not like it? Well, what's your thoughts about it? Tell me how you feel, guys. So does anybody that post pictures of their boobs on Twitter, does that mean they sexually harassed you? Like, you know what I mean? But Froggy's go, yeah, exactly. How about being harassed by Lara's boobs? Oh my god, I have to look at the screen right now. Not safe for work creators. So to go. I think that it's because overall, the general look towards adult content is negative, right? People view it as a way that's like, oh, well, it's an easy way out, right? But that's not always the case. And even still, if you don't like it, move on. Like, there's clearly an audience that they're fulfilling things towards. Why are you so upset about it? I feel like we're listening to like Tectone being here calling girls the W word just because they create OnlyFans content, right? It's that so far-sighted takes on things that it's just like, if you don't like it, move on. Like, it's not harming you in any way. I can understand if you want to complain if it's harming you directly, but like, what? Yeah, some people don't want to be an idol. I mean, like, yeah, if you want to talk about, Mista, that's a great point. If you want to talk about original VTubing, where are all the idols? Where's the Puritan of the idol culture? That is long gone. Long gone, guys. We don't do that anymore. Like, you want to get real Puritan about it, you know? Like...
Vtubers are some of the nicest, hard-working, humble people you could ever met or interact with. They are generous with their time. Ebico donating to animals.
As well.
Vex with the Breast Cancer Foundation.
Yep.
FEFE with the American Heart Association.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it just blows my mind in a lot of ways. Hey Nami, what's up? I really hate how people treat a lot of these creators, guys. It's just it's really depressing. It's really, really sad. That not safe for work creators are looked down upon when, if anything, not only are they equals, but in some cases, they're so talented, like fucking like Vex. Like, dude, I look up to Vex because I'm like, not only do you create regular, like, amazing safe for work content, you create amazing not safe for work content as well. So there's a lot of talent behind some of this stuff, chat, and I think that it should be appreciated and not looked down upon. Man, what is going on Twitter these days, guys? Every time I look, it gets worse and 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 worse. That MILF Money video is peak, by the way. I haven't watched it yet. I've had a chance to watch it, but I've been wanting to. So let me know how it is. Yeah, I hate having these battles all the time with people. It's really depressing. You know what I mean? Really, really depressing. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for coming to this new segment, and thanks for chatting with me, as always. Don't forget, tomorrow, guys, tomorrow, we have a lot of reacts. It's going to be a longer stream tomorrow, by the way, so lots of reacts to dive into together, all right? So I'll see you then. Please take care of yourself. We're going to go see Dandy Floss. It's actually her birthday. I thought that we would rate her and give her some love. So thanks, guys, for hanging out. I'll see you around, okay? Bye, YouTube. Have a good one, cuties. Hi, Twitch. Have a good one, cuties. Hi, Twitter. Sorry. Twitch, Twitter. It all comes together now. All right, have fun with Dandy, guys.